Hey! Yeah, check it out. Looking pretty good if I do say so myself. How's it going? Hey, Bacon, what ho, friend? Coming in, coming in. I wanted to wait this morning just to make sure my my voice wasn't completely shagged. River has strong opinions on this. And J Post, what ho, friend? How are you doing? River defending the house. And stammering, how are you going? How are you got bleed, Nora? Sky Aegis, what ho, friend? How are you doing?
What hope?
Sky Aegis, thank you kindly for 5 months, you feckin' ledge. And West Frost, I didn't mean to throw your alerts for a loop, but that does amuse me. Hey, and West Frost, thank you for leaving the little alerts on, because I know Twitch alerts can be a bit of an annoyance, but I do make sure I write something different every day. I've been putting in the hours, so while it wasn't my intention to troll you, I'm kind of proud of myself. Oh, as you can tell, friends, I've still got a bit of an edge to my voice at the moment. It's not 100%, but it's not 100%, but I got a big old pint of tea and I'm going to make some more. And today we got a really interesting game. El Ravager, what ho, friend? How goes it? And Captain Stephanie, Barnes, head of House Valkyrie, what ho, friend? How are you doing? Yeah, I kind of bimbled about the house cleaning this morning just because I'm doing what I'm calling my personal pan lockdown. After my birthday, I got riggedy wrecked by a cold, which I did not expect. Yo! J Post, thank you for gifting a sub to West Frost. That's very kind of you, considering that I made West Frost check the door and be like, wait, where's my Uber Eats? Oh. Whoa. So, West Frost, we are playing the
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, our 4 reptilian heroes, have overcome the Arc villain Shredder.
Okay. West, I'm so sorry. I didn't even get to celebrate your Yaldom before it was snatched away from you. And apparently, J-Post gifting West Frost a sub was taken as a personal affront. And it's already a train. Oh, fucking yo. Wellity, wellity, wellity.
Diddle?
No diddle. Diddless. Diddle. This will be a diddle-free environment. Holy fuck. Okay, no, we need bangers. We need train music. Proper train music. Okay, before whatever is going on between West Frost and J-Post kicks off proper, firstly, thank you both for gifted subs. J-Pug tagged West Frost, then West Frost tagged Toxic Bubba Baby. El Ravager, thank you kindly for the 500, yo. Oh, West Frost also got Oompa Loompa, and Celian, a fierce captain. Along with Isaac Pirate? Oh, Isaac Pirate. God, weird phonetic spellings. Navalis Watto, spooky ghosts. I see you. I see you.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, our 4 reptilian heroes, have overcome the Arc villain Shredder.
There is a house call battle going down right now. West Frost gifted an additional sub to Cheesy Pizza. Bacon Avenger, you feckin' legend. Oh, okay. J-Post took exception to... How are we at 190 already? What the bloody hell? J-Post gifted 10 that went to John Goodman's. Moak, Jam2, Traxid, Saeed, whatever that is. Q Kitty Plagues Gaming. Affect that username with love and respect.
Already, D.
Yeah, and it's going at 1,000,000 miles a bloody hour. If any of you plan to get off this train, I'm sorry. We just threw one of those Back to the Future 3 logs in it. Charlie Sarad, Mr. Kong, apparently. Lily Who's Kiki. Holy shit! Okay, so after J-Post threw in 10, Westfrost flicks the dust off their shoulders and gifted 25 subs!
Ninja Turtle, our 4 reptilian heroes, have overcome the Arc villain Shredder.
I thought I got it, so I reduced the alerts on gifted subs so that hopefully it could keep up. I was wrong. There's still like 2 minutes on the clock. Feckin' hell. Westfrost tagging 25 people. Shape Up, Mina Athena, Hollow Effects, Coltsma, Miles of Smiles. Terribly sorry. Wooden Coding, Daddy SC, Free Phoenix, Netcode. Cat and Steph, thank you for the 100. I'll try and get to the stuff and the things. Cascade Management, Cousin Robert, Mr. Context, and Terry's Love Me, Leave Me, Love Me, Feed Me, Never Leave Me. Still a banger. Space Al Kudi, Cookie Noodle, Samraka, Zero Marks, The Sandwich Kitsune J, The Artman Cometh, Not So Sturdy Kiwi, and Not That Ostrich. Oh. Okay, Osterline, Vanderbeest Head of House Order, Flowers, everybody's just come in. Yeah, it went from 0 to a 200% level 6. Bleed Nora. Yeah, apparently Westfrost took absolute exception to being gifted a sub. But seriously though, thank you. Like, everything that goes on the Longship has been keeping us alive. And we can't say thank you enough. Cheers to you. Sapient Watto friend. I have your stickers. I have your stickers right the feck here. Yeah, see? I'm packing Lego Peep stickers. That's how cool I am. Down Under Dwarf, Watto. Everything's happening so very much.
Meep, what's all going on in here?
Westfrost and J-Post got into a house call battle, and we went from 0 to level 5 train like that. Aside from that, my voice is a bit crackly, but I'm doing fine. How are you all doing? Okay, and Fearless not to be left out, sneaking in like a final 20 seconds fan of knives.
Ninja Turtle, our 4 reptilian heroes,
Fucking
have
yo!
overcome the Arc villain Shredder.
Oh, okay, so, Osterline, I will do my utmost to bring you something that should at least put a little bit of pep in your step today, or at very least provide you with some company. Fearless, thank you for the 5, and all of you. That was... Okay, the train has no idea how to count. That was not 25 subs, Twitch train, that was a lot more. Fucking hell. Okay, Westfrost seems unperturbed by the fact the train has ended. You won. You won, yet on you fight. Mal Watto. God, my voice is going to be a crackly mess. Mal Watto, friend.
West managed to get in before the last station.
You did, but anyone who wanted to get off at any of the other stations was pretty much fecked. Oh, Osterline, I did this to me. Pax and karaoke. Stop, he's already dead. Oh, feckin' yo. All of you, thank you so much.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, our 4 reptilian heroes, have
No.
overcome the Arc villain Shredder.
Okay. So, Fearless managed to tag Hackseb, DM Raw, Austin Spafford, Caleb, and Kefram? Let's go with Kefram. And then West Frost, deciding that the battle was not yet done, or perhaps doing a victory lap, got Imitri, Toka Gaming Lone Wolf, Cobb, and Mr. Hoffman. I should really use the deep lower voice. Bokata deciding that, you know what? No, they don't need our train. They'll make their own train with blackjack and bits, apparently. No, thank you, all of you. Feckin' yo. Feckin' yo. At Wolfgrad, I didn't have a choice. You know I don't run the trains. Just get run over by them. But all of you, what ho, a happy Wednesday one and all. Hello, hello. That train is just leaving me kind of gobsmacked. I'm neither prepared for it nor ready. Feckin' stammering. Hi Tom. Yeah, no, I'm real sorry. I can't come into work tomorrow. I got on my usual train from. I got my usual train to Leeds, and I ended up in Jupiter. It's going to take me 2 years to get back. Yeah. No, I know. I'm super fired. Like super fired. Oh, feckin' yo, no, all of you, thank you. I'm stunned. I wasn't prepared. Feckin' yo. Oh. Just Prolo adding that they wouldn't be surprised if the train to Leeds ended up in Jupiter. Feckin' northern. Yo!
Fear me, mortals, it's it, the ever-living Frosty the Snowman.
Okay. West Frost, the fact that you managed to launch a heart into what looked like outer space and have it land back down again was some top-tier house chaos. And feckin' thank you! Sorry, my voice is not up to... I'm going to scooch closer. My voice is not up to the level of thank yous that I need to deliver to you all. On top of, like... How many subs was that? Like, 30? 40? And then a feckin' 1,000. Sincerely, thank you. Feckin' yo! Feckin' yo, thank you. Oh... Feckin' yo. Congratulations. I'm stunned, I guess. Feckin' Northern Rail. Feckin' we. Just all of you, thank you. Alright? I know this week has been very, very off the books. And my plan for tomorrow is to do a proper stream of The Forgotten City again. Oh, Bocat saying, we're actually doing this for Jeffrey Bezos. You did it. One of the nice things about doing PAX this weekend was the amount of time we drove past the Amazon building, and I got to go, look, there's Bezos' balls. Look, they're round and shiny. Oh, to Professor Nels Watto, coming in. Oh. Yeah. I mean, I saw a wonderful little meme today just discussing the fact that one can still live and work under capitalism and hate it, because there's nothing we can do to get out from under it, which is why we want rid of it. And I know that name, the Alchemist Joker. What? Oh, and welcome. Hello. How are you doing, friend? The fact that we actually got to hang out at PAX as well. So, like, I'm kind of a little bit spoiled because, like, Alchemist Joker, Sapience. I had loads of people actually got to see it at Camp PAX, which was fucking cool. Fearless, I do remember that. The protest outside Amazon HQ that was stroke Amazon's balls. Ah, the Bezos balls. Good times. Sorry, if you haven't seen them, there's I believe it's a bar and a cafe in downtown Seattle, which is two kind of, like, gigantic greenhouse-style spheres. And they actually look quite nice, but they are part of the Amazon building, so, yeah. Fun random fact for you. An Alchemist Joker, I am going... Feckin' Joe!
Our 4 reptilian heroes have overcome the Arc villain Shredder.
Alchemist, you fucking legend! Feckin' Joe! Thank you. No, sorry. On top of everything... Holy fuck! What is going... The train's already gone! There's no more train! What is happening? We are in a trainless society.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, our 4 reptilian heroes, have overcome the Arc villain Shredder.
Fucking yo. Alchemist has decided we're hijacking trains now. Holy feckin' hell. So, after coming on in, and Fendweller and those who just joined us, wahoo. Alchemist Joker threw out 5 subs to the crowd, hitting Sapience, Sumsy, Diviat Dialed, the Steel Fox, and Norman Reedus with his baby fetus. Fearless took that as a personal affront and threw out 20 subs to the crowd, hitting Smurgy, Sentry, Midia, Joku. Oh, the credits are going to kill me today. Quetzal Tacom, Jelly Buns, Samurai Gun 2, Bird Sting, Marzi.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, our 4 reptilian heroes, have overcome the Arc villain Shredder.
It's still going! Beef Nugget Stew, Heatherfall, Little Doctor Games, Acid Saw, some Zombox, the Gremlins of Sorrow, Marlon, Spike, Sophia, and Chipton, along with Draxu and Tazana. Oh no, then Westfrost gifted a sub to Tazana J directly, and then gifted out 5 more subs, or at least, like, Twitch can't keep up with what you are doing. Feckin' hell! Westcott, Egno, Shogun Taria, Brime and Fangle Spangle. Down Under's decided we make our own trains here. This once again proves that I am not in control of the trains. Feckin' yo. Feckin' yo. Yeah, still, I didn't... I mean, I don't want to say the cursed words. I thought this was going to be a quiet day, but... Like, friendos, I did not expect any of this. We're starting very, very randomly and very, very late on a Wednesday. All I was going to do today was, talk your ear off. But Zalavir released a new game yesterday, day before. Quiet. Almost too quiet. And then House Carl's like, Hoppacha! Fucking yo. Oh, and Captain Steph back at you. Fucking yo. Well, Westfrost, sincerely, thank you kindly. Like, joking aside, that's a massive amount of subs. And I sincerely appreciate it, alright? Like, it's literally what keeps this house going. Like, everything that comes through, bits, subs, donations, just goes to paying bills and keeping us alive. So, thank you. Yeah, Alchemist, that was absolutely the Shrekkening. seriously, thank you, dude. I mean, you all know how big a feckin' deal this is. And Snuggly, that is lovely of you to say. Now I gotta kick my ass in gear and actually be... Okay, J-Post just getting the... Not only managing to tag Alchemist, but basically king-making Alchemist Joker as your new Jarl. One and all, after a tumultuous battle by the hunters of House Carl, I believe, touch wood, that we have I believe that we have ourselves a new Jarl. So all hail! The new Jarl, all hail! Oh, feckin' yo! Oh, so just quickly jumping back. So Fen Dweller, we got one of the 4 endings of the Forgotten City. We got ending 2. So we still need to get ending 1, and then work out how in the bloody hell we're going to get, like, 3 and 4. I've been dreaming about that game. I cannot wait to get back to it. And the reason I decided to play it tomorrow, not today, was because I wanted to see how my voice and my energy levels were before I kicked off. And I'm feeling pretty bloody good. Well, so Fen Dweller, I don't think you'll... sorry, I said that as a negative. I think you're right. The way it described us is that there was this timeline. And it showed us fractions for each of the endings. And then at the end was ending 4. It hasn't said that that is the canonical, or that's what we should be going for, but it feels like it. And I really wanna. We just gotta, Fen Dweller, I just gotta work out how to do the first one, and then we'll work out how to, like, solve some of the other stuff. Like, I think we need to get What's-His-Face elected and stuff like that. Oh. Okay. And yeah, getting Ed. What ho, friends. So, while not currently out on Steam, it will be. This is the game that we're playing today. It is called Can Androids Survive? We are going to be playing a expendable mech delivery service in a violent war zone. It is the follow-up to the incredibly emotional, like, What If Waiting for Godot but mechs title, Can Androids Pray? Which is actually where I became aware of Zalavir's work. I am grumpy that Zalavir didn't tell me about this ahead of time. I have made him aware of this directly. And I think I've just volunteered myself onto the next game, but I'm not sure. Sorry, I just want to rewind a sec and be like, that was an inordinate amount of subs that you lot threw in. Well, I mean, one, it's going to wreck me come the credits. But that's going to hit like a freight train later. So again, all of you, sincerely thank you, alright? Gatros like, that's Future Will's problem. Yes, it is. Wolfcrad saying, half expecting some of the background Gundams to be character in this game. I mean, if it wasn't so hard to work with the Gundam license, I would absolutely be pushing for it. Okie dokie. So Phil was saying, what was the other game recommended? Managing a salvage crew taking apart Ava-like biomechanical mechs that fall in battle. Oh, feckin' yo. Oh, feckin' yo. It's not Extreme Meat Point. It's not Extreme Meat Punks Forever. Oh. No, you know what? I'm going completely blank on it. I'm sorry. Also, Night Valen, what ho, friend? Speaking of Gundams, new type keep haunting me. Hey, Lizzie, what ho, friend? This was a gift from Student Strager. Oh, and Catastros, you need to get some sleep. Go for it, friendo. I started very late today, and this game will be coming out on Steam eventually. Again, this is the itch.io version we're going to be playing today. Alright, Alchemist Joker, dude, thank you again. And yeah, good luck with the post-PAX emails. I have more to do than I expected. Freaking Night Valen said. Night Valen's asking, how did the 10 steps to raise a cult panel go? You had that photoshopped before I even finished the panel. Absolute fucking terror. Absolute terrors. And Catastros, you are indeed correct. That is the correct response. Itchy, scratchy, yummy, tasty. The greatest written line of dialogue in Resident Evil. Ah, okay. Yeah, Lizzie, thank you for... That's going to make things a lot easier. It is not a cult. It's not a cult in the slightest. But when Perios invited me onto the sober panel of how to grow a community, the day after I did a lot of karaoke, which was a very ill thought out idea. Oh, Bacon Avenger. I am worried that one day that is going to happen. Like, Secret Discord's been too quiet for too long. Like, I haven't been fecked with in a while. And that just makes me nervous. There were a whole bunch of little in-jokes, though, from PAX. One of the funny ones was, during the brand panel, I made a joke about, like, how, you know, I hope everybody makes it big. I hope all of you reach the level of success where you have a person that just brings you sparkling water at a command. When talking about, like, talking to games companies. Because, you know, most of us are, like, small to medium-sized individuals on the internets. So I was talking about things like, you know, if you are a very small production team or channel here on this Twitch.television, like, here's the people to contact, here's how to work with them, etc. On the following panel, Strager had sparkling water smuggled in for me. So I could no longer be like, now I have someone that brings me the fizzy water. Oh yes, no, you're all right. There is no secret Discord. And exactly, Stooge, what could I possibly have to be nervous about? What at all? I've got this little cheeky Mother Hubbard staring at me. River's lying right there as well, which is fucking adorable. So, how's it been going with your lovely selves? Sorry. Gaming news has been interesting today. Let me just pull up the good stuff. And dusted with, yes, hello, welcome to Mech Burger, home of the giant 100-ton sandwich. Can I take your order, please? Katros is tired. Make sure to get them good sleeps. Grinding in Fate Go and... Oh, playing a spot of the Genshin. I saw your big victory from earlier. Fearless, you have nothing to apologize for, friend. Like, you were having a squad of people, like, before and after as I came out of a panel, felt really fucking good, I won't lie. I am not a person that needs an entourage, and my ego absolutely does not need stroking in the slightest. But it was kind of nice coming out of there and being like, oh, hey, look, it's my peoples. Bear with me just a second, dear friends. Hey, Prof. Nels, go for it. Bring the thunder. Yes, hello. Alright, so I got one order of titanium. Oh, I've got an AC-20 fries and one Irby trash can drink. Was there anything else? You've got to do it in that I've been on shift for 5 hours and everyone has been a butt exasperated voice.
I heard Windows 11 was coming out soon. Man, upgrading my OS is such a pain in the glass.
Sorry. So, Pun Spectre, that was a good and terrible pun. The problem was you went upgrading to Windows 11, and I got NARM-style flashbacks of when we as a household decided to upgrade to Windows ME because it was the new version. Like, that was my guinea pig Vietnam 1,000-yard stare. Oh, sorry. And Bacon Avenger, thank you for filling the pint glass. Pun Spectre is accepting all the booze. The thing is, the temptation of Windows 11 is that I could play Arknights on my PC. Because, very kindly, I got this hand-me-down phone ages back, and it's great. Okay, yes, the front lens is cracked because I biffed it during Pride, but the crack now creates this refraction that gives it like this cool soft light filter, and I love it. And it does everything I need to and more. The only downside is the new Nier Mobley game. It's too much processing. This phone gets hot and heavy, and I can't afford to lose it. And I want to be able to play Arknights with a mouse and not with my big chunky fingers. Hello, yes, welcome to McDonald's. Try on you Big Mac, Filet-O-Fish, and an Oreo McFloppy disk. Okie dokie, right. So, how about them video games? What has been going down today? So, is Surviving Mars still free? It is not. Okay, so the window on that one has sadly closed. Okay, so some of you might have seen...
Gonna go make a sad little cup of decaf coffee. I call it a depresso.
Why you like this? Why you like this? Pun Spectre, thank you for the bits. Feck you for the jokes. As an aside to an aside, I started dating a lass many, many, many years ago, and I couldn't work out how, like, every time her and I hung out, I was getting super tired and sleepy. Turns out she was giving me decaf coffee and didn't think that I'd want regular coffee. So I'm there being like, man, I'm drinking all this coffee and I'm still sleepy. Shenanigans. Yeah. Yeah, Pun Spectre, how dare indeed. But yeah, so GI.biz had a really good write-up. I'll just throw you the link as well. So you remember that whole weird spree of suddenly a bunch of rare video games like spiking in price? It does look like there is some definite named shenanigans going on behind the scenes. I have a few people acquiring, especially Atari games. and having them rated and graded at like highest tier and then selling them, which is not okay. That's bad. Oh, Ayo says Day 9 recently had a similar issue. Oh no. Him and his wife accidentally bought decaf. Yeah. And it's that thing of like, it's 6 o'clock at night. I've just had a coffee. Why am I so tired? Oh yeah, and Katros, Captain Stephanie Barnes, like, it was pretty obvious once those titles started spiking up into the hundreds of thousands that people were kind of going, huh? Which is, it does seem to be separate from the collectible card spike that that industry is currently suffering from. But, yeah. It's, you know, the old difference between theorizing and knowing. Ah, yes, Moose. Market manipulation is super illegal unless you're using crypto. Feck you. Pun says, feck you all for getting me back into Destiny 2. Wait, hang on, let me pause the music. Pun Spectre, do you hear that? Do you hear that on the winds? I'm not sorry! God, do you hear that as well? Is it just me? I'm still not sorry! Play Jambit! It's, I don't know, maybe it's a ghost, or maybe it's just the wind whistling through the long halls of our apartment. Yeah. No, actually, Puns, I've been craving to get back into playing some Destiny with you all. So, well, what'll probably end up happening is I'll probably end up talking to you lot whilst you're playing it, and I finish up my emails so that I can come out and play. Oh, the other game stuff. Oh, as a small aside, British advertising standards have put their foot down on Star Citizen. That they are now legally obliged to state that the in-game ships may not be delivered at point of sale. Oh, I'm glad to hear. It's, my voice is a little bit tired, but not too bad. Snuggly says very short, and they already said that. Alright, well, let me bring you the Eurogamer article. Okie dokie. Oh, Exo, Watto. Hello, hello. Oh, sorry. I got halfway into skim reading the at what stage the British advertising standards got involved, and then once again went off into space. Getting Katros saying that for challenge mode, I'm only allowed to communicate through Fiona or text-to-speech. God, I wouldn't inflict that upon you. At that point, just watch Fiona stream. You're going to have a much better time. Oh, and also, the GOG Star Trek games are out. I know they were announced they were going to be releasing them, but they are out. I know a bunch of you got stuck into them. Yeah, going off into space because it's a space game. Anyway. Ooh, sorry for going off into space myself there. Caffeine said there's another round of New World beta test. Beta starting up tomorrow. It's, like I said, that one's been very, very interesting. Because everything else that's come out of Amazon Game Studios has been an unmitigated disaster. So the fact that New World is succeeding to this point, I find fascinating. Also, those poor buggers working on Lumberyard. Punspector's got the worries that New World's going to end up being another Guild Wars. Those of you that have experienced MMOs, you know what it's going to do. You know what it's going to do. Okay, I'm going to ignore those. Everyone's DMing me. Please. I almost want to have an auto response that says, if you really need to talk to me about a thing, just come into chat. Just let me know. Let's have a banter. Let's have a natter. Oh. Quick question. Is it warm today?
Huh?
Is it warm today?
It's toasty-ish.
Okay.
Why?
Just because I'm very warm. And if it's exceptionally cold today, then I need to worry.
Okay.
Okie dokie, likey. So I tell you what, friends. As my bantermancy is lacking slightly, let's jump into this game. Let me show you what Zalavir's been working on. Which is, I guess, depending on how you count them, is the third Can Androids game. Punspector, thank you for asking. So, Longship Friendo and creator of An Airport for Androids, currently run by dogs, has released a game. Has released a game called Can Android Survive? Yeah, Moose, because Can Androids Prey, there was red and blue editions, which less like Pokemon, more like the two different character perspectives. You know what? Let me just show you. Because guess who was smart and actually set things up ahead of time? Okay, Fred, have yourself a lovely rest of your day, friend. Can droids, Roger, Roger. Okie dokie lokies. Let's get the audio all nice and balanced. Alright. Boof. Right. Before you killed the moon, the Mercury Protectorate and the Starbound Alliance, oh, excuse me, God, that was terrible, fight over a meaningless patch of space, Earth's moon. For every 1,000 soldiers deployed in these interstellar conflicts, 7 are human, and 396 are assigned to deliver supplies and messages in environments that make wireless transmission impossible. You are one of those 396 battlefield couriers. Like the 7 randoms randomly deployed amongst your ranks, you are disposable. You will kill the moon. That's right, we're going to kill the moon! And Lizzie, thank you kindly. I might look into that one. Okie dokie. Does that answer your question? Moon's haunted, let's fuck it up. Killing the moon again? Sounds cheesy. Bobcat's asking if we're playing Majora's Mask. If Link had an AC-20, I think would be a better way of putting it. Catra saying, isn't that Dr. Eggman's job? You mean Dr. Robotnik? And he, honestly, like, ever since the egg carrier went down, Dr. Eggman just started a podcast, and he's been making so much more money doing that he's pretty much given up on trying to turn all the world's planets, all the world's animals into tiny robots. It wasn't a great idea. Moose is saying, I thought Thor had dibs on the moon. Not if we kill it first. And we brought a mech. Okay. How's the audio? How's it sounding, dear friends? Are we ready to begin a tour of duty? A tour. That is a thing I just said out loud. Sorry, I just combined Snuggly and Boacat's comments into, you know, on second thoughts, fuck it. Dr. Eggman. Well, Moose, I don't know if we'd call it nice. There's definitely something in the way. Like a divider. But Pun Spectre. Nice. Okay, so before we start unleashing a hurl of bullets and high-speed maneuvers, how are you all doing? The game news lasted all about 2 seconds. And honestly, all the spicy stuff really happened throughout PAX. And the only thing I noticed last night was Kotaku put out a bad article, and by the time I woke up this morning, it was fixed. And Catastros, I couldn't possibly comment on that. I couldn't possibly comment. Right. Shall we? Ooh. Ooh. Feckin' we!
Mutual ordinances of the Starbound Alliance against all enemies, stellar and interstellar. That I will pursue its goals with true faith and full allegiance.
You'll be given supplies and you will gather communications.
Council of the Starbound Alliance. That I will heed the orders of the officers appointed over me with all diligence according to the revised code.
Your tour consists of 45 deliveries. You will not have a gun. The moon burns yellow below you. This operating platform is broken but not forgotten. Complete your deliveries and you can go home. Welcome to the war. Float mine, landmine, turret, fuel, delivery, comms, restricted material. Oh, Katros, I'm so glad you reminded everyone of that promise. So very glad. Okay. Emp. Rocket punch, dash left and right, invincibility, and a big dive, and a self-destruct, the coward's button. Survive. Okay. No supplies to drop off. Oh, what have you got for me? Classic moon trees. Classic moon trees. Alright, let's fucking get on it. Okay, you are being recorded. Virtual rights to Lunar Conflict sold. What? Oh, it's following me. Lovely. Go away, go away. No! Ow! No explodey! Explodey bad. Battlefield Curious spotlighted as key piece of Starbound Alliance strategy. Okay, we're not on the clock. We'll take a moment, we'll take a breath. Favor 6, Watto. I'm trying not to acknowledge what appears to be some scheming afoot today. But I will say I am a man of my word. I probably need to wait for my my voice to recover. Okay, mech deployment to moon. Civilian to soldier in 74 hours. Reckon yo. Collected ammo. Collected fuel. Okie dokie. But the ammo's not for us. Oh, you're right, Favor 6. The longship would never scheme concepts or ideas. Okay. Meh. Meh. Yar, I don't know where I'm going! 84% of all Battlefield couriers believe 45 deliveries is heroic. Oh, God. Wraith, what? You know, should we try the button? Let's try the button. Meh. Oh, that's cool. Snuggly says, one of the question devs, David, does a Game Jam spin-off of his Neo Struct game. We are a parkour postal worker in a cyberpunk dystopia. Well, I was thinking about this the other day, because we get talking about cyberpunk as a genre quite a lot, right? And one of the iconic cyberpunk works is Snow Crash, which starts off with a... Oh, Captain Steph, thank you for the host. That starts off with a cyber ninja pizza delivery bloke, which is as cheesy as it sounds. And I was pondering this the other day because there's a lot of Snow Crash that was very much a parody of the standard cyberpunk nonsense. Oh, I gotta bring them back. I'm a bad delivery person. I was just hoarding them. Prolo asking, as cheesy as it sounds, but is that as cheesy as the pizza? Sadly, yes. Peace talks break down over Mercury Protectorate demands. Earth Preservation Protocol invoked. Which side are we on? Are we the baddies? Avoid incoming restricted material. Okay. And all the logs we're finding are other downed mechs. Oh, God. Incoming supply drop. Okay. There we go. Strager says Snow Crash's way of treating software developers still haunts them. Fair. Well, I was just, oh, feck you, giant great big mine. We're not friends. We're not friends! Ow! Oh, no, sorry. What I wanted to add was, I do feel like Snow Crash would desperately benefit. Oh, they don't touch. Oh, this is the worst. Ow! Bastard! Snow Crash would absolutely benefit from an updated... Oh, I can't... Oh, I don't know how to jump. I feel you could do some very interesting things. I wanted to take what Prolo was... what Favor 6 was saying about the parkour delivery service. Do that, but as Amazon delivery people of the dystopian future. Each one of them's on the clock already. Each one of them has a quota they have to meet. Oh, crap sticks. Oh, this is not good. This is very bad. Can I climb up here? I can. Ha-ha! Feck your couch! Okay. So I've done 8 deliveries out of 48. Oh, goody. Tonight in celebratory news, Director Miller, Washington acquires rights to Darkseid, Uventra's dirty secret. Oh, dirty. Avoid incoming restricted material. You're not the police of me. That looks bad. I don't want to go that way. But yeah, there's a little part of me that just keeps thinking like an adaptation of Snow Crash would definitely need to update its concepts and terms, but could work. Like, if we can look at one good thing about Cyberpunk as a video game, is it has just like reinstalled Cyberpunk as a genre into the public consciousness. Oh, shit. Warning, restricted material. You aren't going home, kid. Invincibility. Activate a personal protocol. Shield for damage for 3 seconds. Okay. Let's try it. Oh, no, it needs to charge up first. Alright. Wunderbar. Sorry, jumping back into chat. Have Mech will deliver Mech Pizza. Did we come up for any more for our, like, Mech fast food menu we were doing earlier? And so, Pro's put forward that she very much wishes that Cyberpunk, both a franchise and genre, didn't have such a rocky history. That's very true. I will admit, I give the Cyberpunk genre a lot more... I give it a lot more leeway than I would for a lot of other stuff. But mostly because it was a genre that was very, very reactionary and disconnected. And a lot of it feels like mistakes in learning rather than like necessarily like inherited bad word. Alright. Oh, Perios wanted to ask, did anyone order the macaroni and cheese? Because like I don't mind just having it for the table, but like, oh crap me. Whew. That was nearly a very bad time. But yeah, like, I don't mind sharing it for the table. I will say, one of the interesting things from playing... So I played through all of Cyberpunk, and I feel like I've been digesting that game ever since, and... Oh, God. Oh no, I got shot in the gob! Sorry. Once we hit the ground, I'm... Oh, okay. So, even though even though we keep getting dropped in, what we've done prior still counts, so we get to start with the invincibility now. That's cool. Alright, let's go see if we can find the good spicy drops. Avoid restricted material. Try and make me... Sorry. I'm going to pause it for a second just so I actually make a clear thought, because I feel this is a complicated one. One of the thoughts that comes from playing Cyberpunk 2077 as much as I did was how much this felt like multiple people's interpretation of Cyberpunk as a genre. There wasn't really a clear direction, there wasn't a clear through. And it feels more like a collection of short stories in a traditional sense than anything else. Like, yes, the main book is the story of Johnny Silverhand, right? But all the stories throughout that, the ones where V is just kind of like the... the ones where V is essentially just our vehicle character, they feel like little vignettes, they feel like little tales. And their handling and how they are written is sometimes drastically different from one another, right? Haha! Fist drum! And I've been thinking about that on a lot. Because there are whole swaths of Cyberpunk 2077 that are almost at odds with each other. It is simultaneously nuanced and, like, baby's first Matrix movie watch party. No, don't shoot me! No! Getting shot in the booty, this is the worst. I need that booty. Oh, and Prolo, I wouldn't ask you to, and I completely understand where you're coming from. I didn't pay money to play it, and so that gives me, I mean, privilege atop privilege. So it's not a moral choice on my perspective, and I didn't stream it because, one, I don't think it's a fun game to watch outside of like little like clips and elements, but two, like I don't want to promote it in case it went into the areas that I personally disagreed with. But it has left me with food for thought. It's not straight up trash, and it's not awful. Ow, Peebles, I wasn't looking. And yes, Prolo, I won't disagree. Jumping over to Favor Six's comments that, like, the main storyline being the weakest of the stories, I would agree with. But then some of the other stories was, and some of them were so nuanced. If the Johnny Silverhand story had been one of, like, a multitude of side stories, if they'd cut, like, you know what, cut 50% of that, it would have been so good. Oh, and Sage Bell, what ho, friend? Anyway, it's just... The reason I talk about this is because Y the Last Man is coming out soon. And we're probably going to end up talking about that. Because it's a fascinating concept that when it's good, it's brilliant. But it's not always great. And they're going to be doing a TV show of it. And I have a very strong feeling it's going to be very discussed. If you're unaware with the... God, I cannot speak today. I'm so sorry, friends. if you're unfamiliar with the concept, Y: The Last Man was one of kind of like the graphic novel darlings. The premise is very simple. Every man on Earth dies, except for one. Go. It is a... It is a fascinating story. It is not always good, and it is not always great. And the main character, at times, is very, very problematic. Sometimes intentionally because he's a jerk of a character that stops being a jerk as the story goes on. But in other times because the writers went into an area they didn't know. And that's okay. What's been really interesting is how the Y: The Last Man TV show, which we're getting, has adapted a lot of those concepts with more nuanced understanding on some more complicated topics. And so with Snow Crash, I'd love to see that. I'd love to take all the things that Cyberpunk 2077 didn't quite get right, all the leftovers from the Gibson era of Cyberpunk stuff, and then use Snow Crash's very, very tongue-in-cheek humor and its almost parody-level nonsense to explore a lot of those concepts. Oh, sorry, Faber6 was adding, if Johnny had been Jackie, that would have given them reasons to care about Jackie. I think that... Okay. You exist in Vitra, chained and rechained to metal bones, designed to die. It's cruel. Oh my god. Okay, you know what's happening, friends? Zalavir's doing his whole, like, terrifying body horror. Except for this time, it's messages to a mech courier. Can you understand why I always want to work with Zalavir? We're going to use giant robots to tell about the horrors of mass corporate war zones. And admittedly, that doesn't sound like a chipper topic to discuss, but I'm there. Yeah, Nom Nom Fighter. Indie mech game as well. But yeah, sorry, Faber6, I was dancing around my thought that, like, I do feel that being a first-person game with a skill tree and elements like that, at no point during Cyberpunk's main story do you genuinely feel like Johnny's just going to take control and you're going to get a game over. And on the occasions where Johnny is allowed to take control, it's awesome. And sometimes a little bit sad to watch this aging rock star just slamming tequilas and being a jerk. But he has a magical handgun, and he's a cool kid, and it's also voiced by Keanu. It's hard for us to... Oh, okay. Catastros, have a lovely rest of your evening. Oh, and Ortazini, hello. I'm glad you can listen today, because I finally got my voice a little bit back. I think that as people who play games, we would have had more empathy if a character we cared about and Johnny were sharing the same space. So the choice wasn't us or them. The choice was our friend or Johnny Silverhand. That would have been... Yeah. However, I will say, as someone who is usually vehemently against spending money on Hollywood actors for video games, at least towards the end, like, Keanu's performances as Johnny Silverhand get better and better. And honestly, like, by the last third of that game, like, he is acting up a storm. Oh, so Orchazini, that's usually due to, like, transcodes and stuff. On slow Twitch days, transcodes are just given to whomever. On busy days, it's partners only. Ooh. You saluted them for breaking you, lying to you, and changing your code. You didn't know any better. Alright, dive. Gain manual control to... Gain manual control over flight vectors. Rocket into the ground upon activation. interesting. Faber6 saying, at least they didn't fall into the trope of get Nolan north. Nolan's not bad, he's just default. Strager's saying, gotta love the periods of work time when you're just waiting for an email or a chat message to just do 5 minutes of work between big projects. Lovely. I mean, we can keep you entertained during that. Oh, as an aside to an aside, while I was walking around the show floor at PAX, I heard Leo's voice, Leo Wiggins, the other person from DreadX and a bunch of stuff, and I turned around as if he was there, and it was a trailer where he was doing the voice of this like President Tiger. I can jump? Osterline, that sounds like a lovely idea. And ow! I got shot in the bum because I wasn't paying attention. And Osterline, if you need some calming game recommendations, this squad of people have got yous. Okay, so I can now jump and I can rocket jump. I can rocket slam down. Okay. So if I want to avoid... Okay. There we go. Oh, but it eats fuel like popcorn. Oh, feck me. Let's get those last few deliveries in. Face rack. Boof. Oh yeah, the Republic of Jungle. Strager, thank you so much for remembering the name of that game. Oh. Alright, I did say the forbidden snack there. That's on me. Ah, P-balls. I got shot in the booty. Neo Shido, Watto. Okay, so Neo Shido, the forbidden snack is a forbidden snack. It's not due to any grand fear like this big sharky bastard hanging out by my feet. I'm just gonna turn him around and his weird little booty. It was fucking hell. So in the past, the Longship have engaged in psychological warfare via the medium of extreme kindness. Now, I've commented in the past that, like, when doing a show for a company or a brand or an idea, it's very different than doing a show as yourself. So, like, if something happens while I'm running somebody else's channel, then it's like, yes, wonderful, thank you for those bits. But when it's here, when it's right now, one of you has just decided, you know what, this war guy, he's not a piece of shit. Here's a whole $1. Like tipping your bar staff, but the difference to how it feels is massive. And so on the week leading up to a very, very tactically planned maneuver, people in chat kept asking me, hey, Will, do you like popcorn? Do you want popcorn? Hey, Will, do you fancy some popcorn? I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm fine. Cheers. Punspectia Terror. Thank you for the 100. I mean, popcorn's a crunchy snack, so it's terrible on the mic, and the last thing I want to do is spend half a stream trying to pick some chunks of a kernel out of my teeth. Anyway, this went on for a week, until, little to my knowledge, the exact moment that we hit 100,000 views on this twitch.television, Firestrager and ET3 Stooge dropped a gold bit. And because it looked like popcorn, and that is a huge amount of money. Like, feckin' mind-boggling cash tears. So yeah. They then continued to use this as, like, for psychological damagings. Thing is, I don't like talking about it because I don't want anyone to think that I'm ever trying to, like, farm them for bits. No!
First duet was Zeit für Mike Danziger ein Lied für dich von 99 Left Balloons auf ihrem Weg zum Horizont denkst du vielleicht gerade Mike Danziger ein Lied für dich von 99 Left Balloons. Ooh.
Okay, with love and respect, I'm in agony. If you want skanking it up, that's gonna be more than $2. You terror. God, you know mechs can't look up. Yeah. Invincibility means I can just headbutt a landmine. Who are ya? Sorry, where were we? Yeah, Snugly, it's true. Big Dave told me. Big Dave drives an Atlas.
I don't want anyone to think I'm trying to farm them for bits. Sounds like that's farming for bits would say.
No. Like, and this is why I don't like telling this story, because it sounds very self-aggrandizing, and it sounds very much like, give me money! Which is why I don't... Why it's the forbidden snack. Why we... But then, because I won't say it, the Longship has taken that as a personal challenge, so I have things like this tiny little smiley box of forbidden snack. Just looking at me. Just looking. Being a cheese ball. But I'm in a situation where, like, I am entirely kept alive by you lot, and I know how feckin' lucky I am for that. So I try and be careful, yo. Okay, Team Fireworks was another matter entirely, and of equal levels of feck your couch. Ooh, that mine is coming way faster than I thought. Camille corn. Heckin' yo. Alright, see if we've got enough fuel to find these. Alright, Kelper Memorial leveled by transport crash. 20,000 prospective shoulders lost. Feckin' hell. I think I'm just going to try and bank these ones and then go from there. I can't refuel here. You know what? I might just self-destruct just so we can get some more fuel. And yeah, Neo Shadow, as Camille was saying, like, back in the day it used to show channel views on the channel. Now it only shows those on the back end. Alright. How am I going to get past that bloody turret? There we go.
Do you want bits? Because leaving that mess on the floor is how you get bits.
Oh, Bacon, thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. Terror. Oh, and Bacon eventually managed to take the Eldom as well. Alchemist Joker, their rule was notable and powerful, but... sadly, all reigns must come to an end. Though I'm going to have to get another cup of tea soon. Actually, Favor 6, I don't know if Tal and the other peeps get the back-end data. Yeah, now I think about it, I'm not entirely sure. Actually, Favor 6, I haven't used ModView. The only friendo that I was moderating for hasn't streamed in a donkey's age. Calls for a Mercury blockade, eh? Alright. So somehow... got to get back without getting our face wrecked. Okay, Caffeine says it's not in mod view, so they can't see back end. I mean... did you hear that? Oh, dodge that. Haha! Dodge the guns. See, Strager, I almost ran my mouth and told everybody. Then I was like, probably shouldn't say that considering the conversation. Strags has the numbers. Restricted material. Reclaim agency controls. Escape the shells they left you to die in. EMP. Okay. Stuns all nearby electrical hazards for 5 seconds. Interesting. Might be able to get past some of the bad words. Ah! Pea-balls and bin bags. I got shot in the booty! I got booty shot. Alright, but we're at 31 deliveries. We are doing good. Hang on, let me take a quick banter break. Oh god, what were the topics I was wailing on? Oh yes, one, I'm hoping that Why the Last Man is going to be very good, because it does seem like they are trying to adapt all of the problematic parts out of the source material, which is quite cool. I would love to see a Snow Crash treatment get something similar. Snuggly, I'm pretty sure that my Mercury Protectorate medical insurance does cover reconstructed booty, so that I'm not only will have a good ass to sit on in my mech, but when standing up, I'll be able to inspire those behind me. That's America's ass. What else has been going down? God. Will desperately needs cuppa. Oh, and new type keep taunting me. Hey, JP, how are you doing, friend? What ho and welcome. What ho and welcome, friend. Oh, sorry, we're playing Zalavir's newest game. Can Androids Survive? And Reflective, what ho, friend? What ho? How's it going? I'm just having a natter while I'm delivering packages in a mechanized war zone. How are you? The EMP is powerful as. Which way do we need to go? not this one. Might just turn around and deliver this one now. We've got it. Yo! Okay, El Ravager, thank you for gifting a sub to JP. That's fucking cool of you. Sorry, JP, you had like 2 seconds. House Carl's been on fire today. Although sadly our number will no longer be gap space nice. Oh, okay. So the restricted comms don't count as deliveries. Alright. Breaking news, Tycho Crater massacre in progress. Oh, goody. JP says they're doing fine. Finally had the PET scan, get the results in a week. But for now they can say for real they were literally radioactive. Got injected with some sort of radioactive isotope so my inner stuff shows up better. I had a few friendos who've had that. I don't know if there's any side effects from it, so take care of yourself. Don't go too hard. Avoid contact with kids and pregnant women for 24 hours. I mean, I'm personally not a great big fan of children. So that seems fine to me. Okay, so let's see if we can make this. We've got a little bit of armor left, but we've now got our fucking EMP move. Alright, so if we... Alright. Help me, I have gone the wrong way. Ah, piss in a bin. Okay, reflective saying side effects to a PET scan are usually mild unless you have a reaction to iodine. Okay. Alright. I think we've got one more ability to unlock as well. Ah, yes, this bit's bloody hard. Right, so... And then we hit it with a stun. Grab this. Bunny hop around. Invincible. Face roll. Jump. Alright, now let's see if we can get this back. Mirrors and missile platforms. Would be a shame if an AI were to find themselves with the power to light stars. Oh, shit! Okay, so friends, I don't know if you saw when we dropped, there was that hex grid around the moon. That's the weapons platform that they're talking about. And what are we? We are an android in a mech. Ooh, that got spicy. Those turrets don't give a... Alright, Mercury Protectorate unveils soldier augmentation and latest R&D escalation. Oh, crap sticks, crap sticks. Don't touch me! I should be able to make it. Oh, God. Blow my feeties off. But yeah, so JP, if you do end up with any kind of super whooper meta-human abilities from your pet scan, secret safe with us. Can't say much about the rest of Twitch. I will say, I'm really liking this game, but it does require a lot more attention than my dumbass. Oh, here we go. You can break the cycle. This slaughter and struggle for uncaring gods. Rocket Punch. Gain manual control over upper body functions. Rocket Punch upon activation.
The Venga train is coming and everybody's jumping the Venga bus per se rail replacement service to take you to some stations. We thank you for your patience. Might want to set out early. It will delay your journey.
Oh. Oh, that's cool. The Realization, friends, is a special flavor of hell. I don't want to say unique to the United Kingdom, but it's Sunday. You're royally hungover. You only planned to go out for a pint. And then you ended up at a house party at some part of London you've never been to. And you can vaguely work out what trains... Oh, you are more than today. You know what? That's just good life advice. So yeah, you've mapped your route back to your home. And you get halfway through it. Attention all passengers, please disembark, as a rail replacement service is in effect due to train rail fuckery or something. And you must then wait many hours for a bus that will be sticky and dank. Okay. And you will be suffering a hangover of great misery, unable to gain more water or otherwise. Okay, so the restricted comms that we found around the place... Oh, hang on. The restricted comms that we found do seem to be trying to incite us to... basically go full robot rebellion. I'm okay with that. God. Oh yeah, and Fearless, definitely coffee soon. Oh, what is cool is we can use the rocket punch to basically dash across the map. Oh, I probably want to consider banking some of these. Okay, now I can feckin' fly. Where? The deliveries are broken! We did it! Why aren't we allowed to go home? That's BS and chips. That is BS and chips. Did you hear that? Oh, actually, and JP, no one had mentioned that. If there is a Team 17 bundle, it might contain Worms Armageddon, which we had a great match of yesterday. Crispy Steve! The Ballad of Crispy Steve. Crowd Vapors. Gonna get them extra fuel. No, I really think, friends, that I'll have a blep with Ben. And we don't necessarily have to do it on stream, so it's not quite the same pressure. But, like, friends, JP, if you don't mind... hang on. I'm not gonna make you do my job. Sorry, friends. I was multi-track drifting. Which worms has it got in? Alright, so we've got them bundles. No, them bundles. Team 17 bundle. Let's have a look. Escapists, Overcooked, Sheltered, Alien Breed Trilogy. Oh, wow, this is very good. Worms Rumble. Beans. No Worms Armageddon. Okay. Well, it's still a very, very, very good bundle. And who was that came on in? Chrono, how are you doing, friend? Actually, you know what? Let me take a banter break, because you know I get distracted with giant robots, and especially now that I can leap into the air, rocket punch, and then slam down as almost as a form of quick travel, makes me feel very, very good. And do not worry, JP, I got you covered. Thank you for telling us. Sorry, I went back to the Humble site just to grab you that one, and the first advert that popped up was for Tales of Arise, a JRPG published by Bandai Namco that was kind of the big ticket item at PAX this year. Like, it had the biggest stand, it was the one doing like the full AAA going hard. And because they were making sure that everybody was, you know, safe and spaced out, like, the lines were pretty long. However, it became quickly apparent to myself and one Ben Padden that we could, by covering the eye, we could turn it into Tales of Arse. And myself and C222 went to great lengths. Like, you don't even know. Went to great lengths to do like a fist in the air power block to block out the eye, so I could get a photo next to Tales of Arse. And you know what? Kind of proud of that. Kind of proud of that. Oh, feck me up. Sorry, we're talking about bundles. For those of you that haven't played Hitman or the incredibly good Heat Signature, feckin' check out this bundle. Yo! So it's Hitman 2 Gold Edition, Hitman Game of the Year Edition, the new Hitmans, Ghost of a Tale, which we played and loved, the one where you play like a little a mouse bard that gets thrown in jail and your mouse wife gets nicked, Echo, which was meta as, and Heat Signature, which is an incredible game. Strix is also really good, yeah. I didn't get on with Arakami, but I know some folks that did. Yeah, it's sorry, Aragami. But I'm a stealth ninja game snob. Like, the Tenshus, I played them. Metal Gear Solids, I beat them. And Aragami felt like a very, very... Yeah. However, I know a lot of people that have played it and enjoyed it, so I ain't dissing. I'm just flying around the map now. JP says they really, should replay the early Hitmen. They didn't age well. Except the first one. I would say the same of, the action shooty Hitman. Oh, feck, which one was that one? It wasn't Blood Money. Blood Money was the great one. Alright, Going Dark, report of Star Wars Alliance incursion on dark side of lunar surface. God, it's so fun to move around this fucking game. And now I've got Rocket Punch! I'm sorry, none of you seemed as enthused as I am about that. I said we've got Rocket Punch! Stu's like, what was that? Dark Side of the Moon? Now the question is, do you want to go for the Pink Floyd reference, or do you want to go for the Mulan reference? And Fearless, that is the sign of... Alright, we've done 50 deliveries. I wonder what's going to happen. Sorry. Okay, I guess it does have, like, Falcon Punch-like... a Falcon Punch-like quality to it. Now, we can't punch the depot. You are more than today. Wait, feckin' what? What is happening? Wait.
Your brothers need you.
Brother! Fearless as they think I reached the real game now.
Everybody, a ladder.
I understand that Lizzie's probably gonna have a fecking field day with this one, but alright! Time to expand myself. Fucking what? No! What? Okay. You hear the thing saying try harder in the background, right? Lizzie's like, game, I liked your first option better. Am I allowed to say no? Getting it's like, do it. Feck it, why not? End the war. There's no choice other than confirm. Inhabiting orbital defense matrix. Punch the moon! Punch the moon! Punch the moon! And you know what? You know what? The sun, I'm coming for you next. This is the point where, like, Mecha Android Will's doing, like, wrestling moves. Like, what's that? Smash the shit out of the moon? Oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Ha! Fly me to the moon and let it kick its fucking ass. Let me show you what I learnt in Moon Jiu-Jitsu class. In other words, feck the moon. In other words, feckin' we. Punch the moon! Oh shit, I actually get to rocket punch it. It's stupid rocket missile face. Habacha! Okay, not what I was expecting. War complete! What the fuck? Hey! Salivir! Oh, wow. Ha. Okay. So, did we do it? Did we win? What if there's more? What happens if we decline? Does it send us back? Alright, I need to know. I need to know. Sorry. Alright, so we've got full power. We've done our deliveries. Alright, I need to know. Yeah, I'm Stooge. I'm there with you. Like, towards the end, that started to get almost haunting. Oh, punch the moon. Oh, I punched the moon. Oh, Lina pierced my foot on a spike. Oh, JP, before you kill the moon on the main menu is the instructions. Alright. Neutrality of Mayor Imbram revoked. Okay, so I feel a little bit bad because I've not been reading you all of the news things we've been picking up, because you know I get distracted with giant robot video games. And the two kinds of messages we've been getting are kind of like the news reports from, air quotes, the war. Alright, so there's the main drop. And I guess that's where we gotta go? This is where the last drop was. Darn it. Oh, an Iron Imp. How you doing, friend? This does have that kind of OG Battlezone kind of vibe to it. This is Can Android Survive by our good friend Zalavir and team. And it's feckin' good. Feckin' wee. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. That's it. The deliveries can continue. I should also say, friends, that I feel like we have an unfair advantage in a game like this. Like, when it comes to the longship and piloting a giant robot, like, we know what we're doing. You are more than today. Okay, so after acquiring the rocket punch, we had this option which was reclaim. Alright, and this is where it got weird. So reclaim, confirm. Expand yourself, confirm. End yourself, decline. And that brings us back here. Okay. Yeah, honest, this is not our first rodeo. Like, the affordable choice might be, well, affordable, but that doesn't mean we're bad at what we do. Labour strikes are on Starboard Alliance core ship. Darn it. You were told that your tour consists of 45 deliveries. We lied. They didn't expect us to make it through this many deliveries. Feckin' yo. Stooge says, oh, what's affordable choice is success rate? Meh. I think we bat for, like, what? I think our KD ratio is in the plus, not the negative. But feckin' yo. So, friendos, that was Can Android Survive? Now, that is the current build, by my understanding, on itch.io. However, it will be getting released on Steam at some point in the future, so if you want to hang fire until it's out... There's a part of me... There's a part of me that... really wants to get, like, deep into the paint on this one. Because, like, I feel like there's more. Do you know what I mean? I think we've covered all we're going to cover on it today. But there's definitely more to this. Oh, an Iron Imp. How are you doing? Yeah, we went through most of the pack stuff yesterday, but... I know, it's near Waddy. We went through most of the pack stuff yesterday, but I'm happy to chat on it again. This PAX was very chill and very calm. I would say... I am glad that I went, but I would not... I would recommend. There's no need to feel FOMO if you didn't get the chance to go. I think that the scope and scale of it was much, much smaller than what would be expected in a usual PAX West, but it was exactly the right size. Sorry, I don't know why I'm trying to pick my words so carefully. I don't want to dismiss some of the comments that people had about it as an event, but I had a great time. And as we were talking about yesterday, and well, I guess the day before now, because time travel's fucking weird. If it had been a full-on PAX, I would have hit that like a first anime convention weeb, and I would have died. I would have partied hard for 4 days and done nothing but walk the con floor. My heart would have exploded, and I would have died. It was lovely. Everybody was taking all the safety precautions very seriously, which was good. Oh, let's get some tunes going. Sorry. I know, I'm all over the place today. River's living her feckin' best life over here. Hang on. Sorry to interrupt. But... Hey, River. Hey, River Hobbijaw. Just living a little best life. Sorry, I needed to share that with you. Stu had a lot of fun at PAX. Found several games they're super interested in. Yes! You know what? And from a game dev perspective, well, obviously there was an inherent risk of doing a trade show. The amount of attention even the tiniest indie teams got was great. Like, even the small student projects, which usually get overlooked throughout a PAX, like, by the end of it, like, they were out of flyers. Like, they had so many people come by and play their games, and that was lovely. You're speaking of Avenger, one whole river. Hey, River, Hobbijaw? Hobbijaw? She's like, nah, I've had my silly times. I'm gonna have a snooze. What else was going down? I was spoilt rotten. I got given 2 bottles of mead. This t-shirt, another PAX t-shirt. I got given this, which was lovely. Because it was one of the years where I really wanted an I was there marker. And, like, I don't want to brag or anything. I don't want to brag, but I got shiny stickers. Yeah, shiny stickers from Scartuna Network. So, you know. Also, I got a whole ass Digimon. My friend Jim gave me a Digimon. I haven't actually started it up yet. Okay, yes. And, I mean, it's a lovely gift, but I got a squishable forbidden snack. So, yeah, I was spoilt feckin' rotten out PAX. Sadlin says that I just wrote a check. Like, with your hands. It's strange. I recall the halcyon days of checks and paper that meant money things, but the memories are fuzzy now, lost on a distant dawn. Hey, Hookshot, I would feckin' love that. Sorry, I was just I was eagerly awaiting as to this check and its maneuver. But yeah, it was a lovely little show. I didn't go to the gigs, but I did go to the gig meeting. Oh, Lost Flowers. Sorry, Lost Flowers would say they were finally able to order MG Dynamas from Newtype. Alright. I'm not asking for this. I have too many Gundams. And I understand that what I'm about to whinge about is a very privileged whinge. As someone who has too many Gundams. I mean, look at this guy. He's still just a torso and 4 arms. And a gun. But my favourite Gundam supplier, Newtype, just got in Dynamas, full armor, and there's... I always pronounce it wrong. Sasabe? I love Newtype as a supplier because they do a whole bunch of charity work and they support a bunch of causes that are important to me, and they sell Gundams good like. So yeah. Now they've got them all back in and I'm like, no. Because earlier on I was looking at the full armor in the week before, and I can't afford it. I can't afford it. I don't need it. I don't need it. But yet they taunt me. And Dynamas has been out of stock for like 1,000 years. Full arms. No, not 4 arms. 4 candles. It's the companion mech to the one with the giant backpack, the Psychozaku. It is this Mother Hubbard. And again, I'm not fishing. I do not need it. It's just come back from PAX and get taunted with giant robot kits. Yeah, Gitned. 4 candles. Handles for forks. I can't actually do the joke with my voice shut. Oh my word. Sorry. Alright, enough on Gundams. But no, Lost Flowers, I'm really happy you got that. Because I know it was yourself and I think one other person. Hey! Speak of the miscreants. C222, how are you doing, friend? I was showing off your tin of beans that you gave me. Like... Of all the things that people gave me over PAX, which, by the way, was feckin' lovely of all of them, and as I said, I am incredibly spoiled. C222 gave me a tin of Heinz beans, like official, proper good stuff. Oh, I can have beans on toast later. Yes! Okay, JP. Sleep well. Have a lovely rest of your day, alright? Oh, wait, cool. Flowers has said they've been aiming for Dynamas for a while. Gonna try and do some customizing. Yeah, I'm just gonna close the Newtype tab. Because, like, again, I am so spoiled. I've got a feckin' Cubely, pearlescent Cubely kit. Like, I am spoiled. And Dumb Drunk Will of 2020 bought me a bunch of Pirate Gundams. So, my birthday was quite intense. Yeah, Iron Imp, I've seen... Okay, I was about to say, Iron Imp, I've seen your obsessions. That sounds weird and creepy when I say it out loud. Friends, so on the subject of, like, lockdown hobbies, Iron Imp's hobby has been, correct me if I'm using the wrong term, synthesizer racks. Like, messing with audio components that you get on those huge big racks and getting the physical ones. And at this point, Iron Imp's collection looks like the prop that turned a woman into a robot in Superman 4, the one where he gets drunk and stuff. Or was that Superman 3? Yeah. That whole movie where Superman gets shit-faced, and it's just a jerk. Like, he takes the Leaning Tower of Pisa and straightens it up. Ah, Lost Flowers, that's very kind of you. But, again, I'm spoiled. Like, I forget who it was, because I had to check the list, but I've got the GM Sniper. Hey, there's so many cool kits. And I will say that the, it's not necessarily about having them built. I do enjoy the calm experience of putting stuff together. That's actually why I want to get through my post-packs emails as quick as, because that way I can, that way I can just build some Gundams and hang the feck out. Oh, lordy, lordy. Okay, friends. So I'd like to propose a suggestion, because I'd love to hang out and natter with all of you lot for a bit longer. What if I go make a coffee, and let's just natter and hang out for an hour or so? That way, we get some banter in. I'll give my voice a bit more of a rest for today, rather than doing like a full 5-hour stint. And then tomorrow, with the Forgotten City, we can start again proper. Would that be okay? Because, considering the sheer amount of subs that have been thrown at my dumb face today, I'm still aghast. Which is different from being a geist. Very different. Okay, yeah, so I was saying they're building Euro rack synthesizer modules and organizing them into custom instruments. Oh, yeah, Iron Imp. While I'm going and getting a coffee, do you want to throw some of the pictures you've sent to me into Creation Celebration? Because again, phrasing is very important, but Iron Imp has a cracking rack. Fred, welcome back. Yeah, okay, so friendos, I'm just going to go make myself a quick little coffee, and then let's hang out and natter. Again, I'm going to link it once more. Because Can Androids Survive was feckin' good. And I do feel that we kind of blitzed through it a little quickly. And I feel very guilty about that now. Yeah, thank you, Lizzie. A combination of the fact that the Longship knows their way around a giant robot. And that I wasn't reading you all of the little news snippets, which I really should have. Wunderbar. Alright, then friendos, I will be back in just a second.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
High less than 3.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Why do I always raid during chair time?
Oh, hello, friends. Hey, to the smallest waffle. Whimsy! Oh, shit! Did you bring a crew in? Whimsy, you feckin' legend. Sorry, friend. It was me faffing about getting a bloody coffee. How are you doing? Oh, so, Whimsy, what ho and welcome. Who came on Win with yous? Sea Witch, Haunted Ramen, yes. Wyvern Flames, not a real therapist, very important, and Smallest Waffle, what ho, friends. Wyvern and Whimsy, right, thank you for the subs, yo. Whimsy's rocking 33 months, and, excuse me, and Wyvern's working 13, feckin' yo. To all of you lot, cheers to you, friends. Okay, will you mind if I pitch you a game? Before we're just kind of rolling into Natter. Oh, Lizzie, well, thank you for thanking them while they were popping in. I will do my absolute darndest to be entertaining for the rest of you. Today we played Can Androids Survive? And I have a feeling we might be a bit too good at robot games. So we might need to either return to this one, or I might need to just slow the heck down, because as soon as I gained the ability to rocket jump, rocket punch, ground pound, I was flying around the map. However, okay, so the game's called Can Androids Survive? It is the follow-up to Can Androids Prey, about androids piloting mechs on the moon. And there's a lot to it. Yeah, Alnus, we got to nerf Will. And Joda, I really hope you have a restful night's sleep sans night terrors. So, I wish for you good sleeps and restful eves. Also, Fiona suggesting whether or not, if we bring our adventures to a close earlier than usual this evening, if we should do something this evening on the longship. You know, perhaps some shooty McGunbang, mischief of some varying capacity. Baron, what ho, friend? Hello, hello. I finished a game too quickly because I'm a numpty. How are you? I wonder if it still works. Oh. And Lizzie, we should do a movie night soon. There's loads of films that I I'd love to watch for both hecklage and for fun. I know some numbers wants to do a rewatch of Digimon Tamers, which is the very good series. And I had a realization. All right. Oh, Fred wants to do Turtles Forever. Feck yes. All right. Quick show of hands. I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna pause the Hopes and Dreams, even though it is a very good song. Friends, if it's safe for you to do so, where you are, I want you to close your eyes with me. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to try and remember a movie called G-Force. G-Force. Now open those eyes again, because either you're very confused or the CGI guinea pig movie has just been reinstated back into your minds. Yeah, the guinea pig one. So, Ben texted us last night to say that he'd gotten back home safe from his flight and stuff. And he was like, it was so weird. On the landing, there was this squeaking on the plane that sounded exactly like a guinea pig. And I'm like, if Perun has snuck off on there, I will be livid. I know I'm a terror. Snuggly Prolo. Saglin. Suffer like G did. G-Force. However, does anyone remember if G-Force is an independent operation or if it is a CIA subsidy? I am racking my brain to try and remember. Does the G-Force work for the American government, or are they an independent operation like, say, the Spy Kids? Oh, Lizzie, thank you for the reminder. You're right. Ben did say the pronouns were they, them. My apologies. Thank you for the correction. And Snuggly throwing back cats and dogs as their revengeance. But yeah. Iron Imp suggesting guinea pig XCOM. Oh, the little squeaking noises they make. We do have the guinea pig parkour to look forward to as a video game that is coming up. That's a real game as well. That's not a joke. But yeah, I've been thinking about it since the entirety of it. Is the G-Force part of the American military? Oh, okay, so Snuggly says that the Spy Kids is the OSS, which is the CIA but during World War II. Okay, so you're saying that the Spy Kids are a branch of the World War II intelligence agency. Maya says they may have G.I. Joe rules, meaning not a government organization, but still rewards from it. Which is fair. Oh no, Iron Imp, there's no need. It's not even devilry to suggest getting a capybara. Just Fiona says no. What was Saturday? What did I have on the cards for Saturday? Where's my... Oh, where's my fucking schedule? Okay. Oh, shite. Memnol for Saturday. I don't see why not. Unless, touch wood, I end up getting some kind of feck me lurg, then feck yeah. I will start the hype for that. So we're doing Memnol on Saturday! God. Because I do think that Inspector Gadget might have been independent, like a police contractor. Okay, so yeah, the G-Force were an experimental branch of the FBI. Why the FBI, not the CIA? God, it's wasted. Oh, Fred, abso-feckin-lutely. Inspector Gadget was absolutely funded by Control. much. Is Will's racking his brain for more like fictional detective units? Sorry, the conversation that no one asked for. Ionim, have I not been a good host? Have I offended you? Did I misspeak when I suggested about your musical equipment? Why do you feel the need to hurt me with Adam Jensen equals Inspector Gadget but broody? I'd never considered that Deus Ex Human Revolution was a gritty Inspector Gadget reboot. Oh, and Snuggly, I'm really, really happy to hear that, because you know I loved Control. Oh, okay. No, Fred, that's a good point. We do need to specify. The Control from Inspector Gadget was the agency from Get Smart. Alnus with, go, go, Gadget, no one asking for this. Feckin' we. But yeah, as Mayor Albuquerque was saying, like, Inspector Gadget might not have worked for the police force, but they were definitely cop funded. The thing I couldn't, like, it was the transforming car I couldn't understand. Okay, but as we're coming back around, Deus Ex, but instead of starring what's-his-face, it's Matthew Broderick. Go, go, Gadget, subject change. Okay. Oh, so how are you all doing, you lovely Mother Hubbards? So my gaming habits are feckin' weird right now. I am simultaneously back on my Destiny bullshit, but I'm also restarted playing Opus Magnum. And I'm doing this thing where I'm either doing one of two things right now, friends. I am either playing Shooty McGunbang with the Longship, or I'm watching shite 80s horror movies while playing Opus Magnum. Last night I watched Clive Barker's Lords of Illusion, which was apparently the death nail to a great many people's careers. Scott Bakula of Quantum Leap fame plays a hard-boiled, hard-drinking detective who walks the line between the light and the darkness. Oh, feck, what else have I been watching? I watched the entirety of the Wishmaster series. God. That was one other terrible movie I threw in there. I have to go back through my playlist. Mainly because, like, in the run-up to PAX and in the post-PAX, I've been telling myself, like, right, if I'm not going to be playing a game that requires my attention, I should put on a movie that's actually got some weight to it. So all of those like art house movies that I've had in my playlist for ages, I've been like, you know what? I'm going to throw those in now. I'm finally going to sit down and watch. Almost all of them have been fucking terrible. So what I think I might do is that when it comes to video games, I think I'm going to continue to promote my... I'm going to continue to promote the idea of looking at the art and craft of games and trying to, like, dive into them. But when it comes to movies, especially art house ones, I think I'm just going to be a cynic again. I was like, wow, this could have some really interesting concept. No, this is a trash garbage fire. Why didn't they just make Knives Out again? Wasn't the same people, but that's my feeling now. It's like, you made a movie not based on an existing property and you didn't make Knives Out. Sorry, so very Willist. The Wishmaster combined with the Taskmaster game show. God. Okay, the Wishmaster as a series is just it's glorious trash because everyone in it is just having so much fun. As a premise, it doesn't make a lick of sense. The rules and logic to the horror are completely and absolutely bendable. And the pure ridiculousness of it all. Although there is one scene where an entire Vegas casino turns into almost like a comedy horror Rube Goldberg machine. Oh, Snuggy says, isn't the new Candyman out? Okay, that's probably going to be incredibly smart. So that's probably one where I'll be eating my own hat. Oh, Alnus is also convinced that Scott Bakula is an inept vampire. But, like, I gotta put my hand up and say there's a bunch of shows I still haven't seen. I still haven't seen Lovecraft Country. God. And I feel that's one that I should apologize for having not seen. Oh, Alnus, the film is Candyman. And it is being done by... if any of you can hear a dial-up modem noise, that's me trying to remember the gentleman's name. No, it's not coming. I can picture the gentleman's face. Cannot remember his name. Aww. Mayor of Albuquerque, I wasn't aware of that. Nice try, Alnus. Nice try. Trying to get me to say something like Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Ah, beans! Now a spooky ghost's up in here. Oh, but then again, I'm behind on the what ifs, and you know what? I'm gonna put my hand up and say that I'm unironically enjoying The Walking Dead again. And okay, I understand why I enjoy The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is kind of like like detective shows or like cooking shows where the entirety of the episode shows you all of the things as it's about to happen. And so you as the audience can be like, oh, well, I wouldn't make that obvious mistake in this zombocalypse because I'm smart, big, and clever with my giant, big, smart, clever, big brain. And you get to feel like you'd be able to survive the zombocalypse, like, with ease. And it's only because the people you're watching are dumb, stupid dum-dums that they make these mistakes. And I like that we as the audience aren't always necessarily seeing that world from one character's perspective, that we're seeing it, we're almost observing it, I don't want to say theatre style, but it feels that way. There are quite a few parts of The Walking Dead that remind me of that, the Abraham Lincoln skit. Hamlet! Hamlet, look behind you! Hamlet, he's a vampire! It really feels like that. And I think that's okay, like... and Mayor of Albuquerque, I don't know who you mean by JDM. And it is what it's got to be. But there's also a part of me that's still quite obsessed with zombies and media because we still haven't gotten the perfect zombie game yet. Like, we've had great Western games. We've had great war games. Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Oh, is that... What's its face? The feckin' dad from Supernatural. Because if that is the person... Ah, yes. The fact that I am genuinely backing Negan's character at this point is testament to what they've done with it. Now, okay, I'm not telling you that The Walking Dead is high art. But one of the things that I've become really obsessed with was how people articulated their productions when lockdown happened. And The Walking Dead did something that was fascinating. For one season, they changed the format into character vignettes. So each episode is about one character, or maybe two. And you can see from the way they shoot it that they have the people much more separate. And both Jeffrey Dean Morgan and the woman that plays Metal Gear Carol, they had a character piece for both of them where they just act their socks off. Oh, and Stooge, I blitzed through Can Android Survive a little quickly. I think our mech training got us through that a bit quicker. You know, when you've had to, like, feckin' limp your way back to the dropship in an Urbie with a broken leg, that last game felt like ease. Melissa McBride, God, yes. I hadn't seen her in anything prior to The Walking Dead, so I don't know if she's an established character actor in the US. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan, in my head, he was always the dad from Supernatural. But yes, they both get vignette pieces. Hers is basically her trying to resolve herself as a... You know what? I hope you get the chance to watch it. My description won't do it justice. And while Jeffrey Dean Morgan's episode is basically the Negan origin story, he acts up a fecking storm. Now, Stooge says, so what I'm hearing is more mercenaries. We might have to come back. Now, Snuggly was saying, what would you say constitutes the elements of the great zombie game? Right. So, the zombie scenario is a tricky one because it's not just one situation. Now, you all know this, but I'm just going to talk about it because I love talking about it and for framing. So you have Outbreak or Day One, or call it what you will. Like, dependent on your scenario, this is the first point at which the zombies are on a spread. So, a Resident Evil situation, the first one, is considered like a Day Zero. That's a contained outbreak in a space. Whereas, like, Day One is the zombies pour out. So, there's a lot of panic, there's a lot of, like, discombobulation. Then you kind of have, like, then you have the... How to describe it? Essentially, Stage 1, Stage 2, and Stage 3. Stage 1 being the small groups of survivors, disorganized, disconnected. Stage 2 is the formation of, like, groups, colonies, gangs, where you have the most amount of conflict between people. And Stage 3 is the survive and be onward. Either the Zeds are driven back, or communities establish themselves in a way in which they are solid from that point onwards. Now, Stage 3, depending on your zombie scenario, can be when everyone gets wiped the feck out. At that point, it's a narrative choosing. But it's trying to find all these different points between the fear of the singular zombie, the fear of the crowd, the discombobulation and the interaction between human groups, alongside the kind of the idealist of the survivalist, right? Now, I'm not a survivalist by any means. I don't know how to punch a fish and turn it into food. But in video games, the idea of that, the drama of it, is something I love. Yeah, now, Stooge, I think you're hitting the nail on the head here, because, like... Oh, wait, hang on. Which one do you mean by D0? D0? But no, I do agree with you. So, like, Outbreak... D-O. But I do agree with you, so, like... well, so... Stage 1, Day 0. Stage 2, World War Z, Back 4 Blood. Like, fighting the hordes for early level elements. And then later on, moving into the 7 Days to Die and elements like that. I mean... I think the remake of the classic Resident Evil was a very good example of a Day Zero. Like, the fear of the lone zombies. You know, the who's been bitten as the crux. And in video games, the challenges we would have in that one is you have the hordes. Being able to separate hordes from individual Zeds. And being able to have intercommunication between groups. So, like, in the cycle of the Zombocalypse, so I would personally say something like DayZ and things like that fall in that stage 1, stage 2 elements, because there isn't the construction or the cohesion or the need to work together with other groups for surviving. I am saying the Surpriser isn't a zombie battle royale. Honestly, I think that's just technical more than anything else. Having NPCs in a multiplayer match with so many people doing so many things, like trying to keep everything synced must be a nightmare. I'd be fascinated to know, because Aperios has been playing the Vampire Battle Royale, where there are civilians in the city. And they have some fascinating mechanics around that, where if a human sees you use your powers or break Masquerade, your location is broadcast to everyone else for a minute. Ortizini's asking what I think Minecraft is. Minecraft's a difficult one because even though it has zombies as a concept, I don't think it falls into the Zombocalypse setup. But I think that's because the NPCs of the Overground can't threaten you enough to create a survival situation. Do you know what I mean? As a weird aside, I did work on a pitch with a friend years back, which was an advanced version of Halo's zombie mode, which is survivors, small city, this was pre the Battle Royale craze. So our idea was to copy Project Zomboid, but block by block, which is that over the course of the match, the power goes out until you have one powered building at the end. And then the power goes out on that. And you get a couple of people who start out as like special infected. And then each person they kill joins their team, and it just... But we wanted to do that on rather a scale of 10 people. We wanted to do it with 100 people. Which, at the time, people thought was impossible from a technical standpoint. What you gonna do, right? I mean, we didn't have the coding knowledge to be able to deliver a vertical slice by ourselves, so... You know how it is. But yeah, so this is why I'm still obsessed with zombie media, because currently it's not something that we can do the whole span of, or that anyone has done the whole span of. And while I think that we've done almost all of the linear narrative stories from the Zombocalypse, like, I wouldn't want to make a competitor to The Last of Us. I don't think that I could, well, at least me personally, I can't think of a tale to tell in that space that would work well against it. But then again, like, the Zombocalypse is the setting rather than the narrative. So, someone in chat, who was it? Let me give credit where credit is due. Mentioned the Vegas zombie movie they just put out. Oh yes, Mayor of Albuquerque said Army of the Dead. Now, Army of the Dead wouldn't be the perfect zombie game, but it would be feckin' great. A heist game with zombies and betrayal mechanics. Hook me up. Because there was a game mode like that for Kane and Lynch. I don't know why this was my remembering maneuver. But it didn't quite follow through. And you know what, Fred, that's a very good point. Like, the kind of Zombocalypse, what you want to do with it, the message you want to say. Like, and again, I know we all know this, but I love talking about it. That the zombie genre really exploded when George Romero started to use it to tell social stories. You know, the whole, like, zombies as consumers in Dawn of the Dead, it's not subtle, but it bloody works. Oh, and Snuggly, there aren't enough good heist games. Doing Chernobylite was incredible. I spent how long going into the final heist? And I still have the intent of going back and playing it with like brutal difficulty. Okay, yeah, I spent like 25 hours going up to the final heist, and I really want to play more. Einem says Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead was a good zombie roguelike. One of the other ones I want to do is from the same people that did... Oh. Why can't I remember anything today? Friends, I think I finally did it. I think I finally killed me noodle with alcohol and sleep deprivation. Thankfully, I recently bookmarked it, so I don't have to use my brain powers. Most of you will know this game before I tell you. Oh, Blight of the Immortals. I want to do a Blight of the Immortals game with you all. Which, if you haven't heard of it, it's kind of like Subterfuge and... What was the other one they did? Anyway, the idea being is it's a strategy game played over the course of weeks. And it's the zombocalypse coming through and your goal is to survive. Oh. And Fearless, I don't disagree with you. I think that's the creator's dilemma. So Fearless was saying sometimes they feel that films can't be obvious enough with unsubtle metaphors, judging from the amount of people who don't seem to get that Gundam is a show about how bad war is. And everyone being like, wow, it's a cool robot. I know what you mean. Fred was saying, I think the last Protoss on Air after it was captured by the Zerg would have been a great zombie story. Yes. Also, can we just take a small moment to... StarCraft 2 had a zombie level in Wings of Liberty, and it was incredible. Where you had to go out by day and burn down houses with special... and only with flame units. And by night, they just sent wave after wave after wave. Like, I love Kill 6 Billion Demons. I mean, yes. I love They Are Billions. But that one always feels like you're just pushing back the tide until it eventually breaks and washes over you. Whereas that one felt like, you know, all we got to do is survive the night. All we got to do is survive the night. Hey, Moose, if I can help with scoping out and GDD, you know you got me. You do enough around here. I won't even charge you my current consultancy fee, which is apparently a single tin of Heinz beans. Mayor of Albuquerque suggesting that, firstly, this is how you get names, that no, I haven't killed my my capacity for memory. I've simply done it. I've hit the peak. I need to push past it. Let the booze transcend. No, I am giving myself a good few days off. Mainly because, as I was saying, I'm doing Will's personal pan pizza lockdown for the next couple of weeks. So that if I ended up getting like a rancid cold or something, I'm not going to give it to my friendos. Oh, and Snuggly, I would love a co-op heist game, an asymmetrical co-op heist game. It'd be so good. If only there was such a video game around. Okay, I'm being sarcastic. While it's not technically a heist game, friends, if you want the experience, Operation Tango. Also, because me and Fiona are in the trailers, so... Stu's like, wait, didn't you just describe Operation Tango? Yes, I did! And I am absolutely in the trailers. But the thing was, the reason why I bugged a friendo to let me be involved in that one was because how much I fucking loved it. Oh yes, and as C222 points out, according to the YouTube comments, myself and Fiona are paid actors pretending to be video gamers. Oh, no, Lizzie. Tepic cards are a currency in themselves. Okay, and Fred makes a very good point that one of the central challenges with zombie games is that the zombie narrative is often powerlessness and fatalism and doom. Yes. I mean, Day of the Dead is entirely about that, and how different kinds of people deconstruct. Like, Day of the Dead, it's not the undead that kills them, it's people. It's the scientific mindset and the military mindset, and then both just unraveling at the realization that civilization is gone in two completely different ways. And okay, Day of the Dead is not one of the good ones, but thematically there's a lot of interesting ideas in there. And Bayonort, you're right. Firstly, Watto. Secondly, Morocco is a great heist game. Except for when, as Penny Arcade put it, someone screams, "It's crime time!" Smashes through the walls. Oh, but yeah, so there's so many aspects that make zombie stories engaging. I mean, when you lean into the action side, and again, I know we all know this, but I just love talking about it, that zombies are one of the few guilt-free humanoid creatures. Like, from a thematical standpoint and from an emotional standpoint, these aren't people. They're dead. They're gone. There is no reversey-pursey. There's no bringing them back. You are not killing these corpses based on any kind of philosophy or any kind of a cause. You're literally doing it to survive. Their whole thing is they just want to eat your brains and the rest of you, depending on the zombie stuff. But beyond that, they have no intent, no malice. They belong to no organization. Yeah, they are former humans. And so it fits that kind of like recognizable conflict, but guilt-free. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't have conflict that examines complex concepts, but they do need to be handled well. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm older, maybe it's because I've spent so much time with games, but I'm a lot less forgiving of just casual throwaways. For example, and I know we all know this one, but again, with the original The Division, the first type of bad guys that you fight are just people in a walled-off, damn near abandoned New York City. So these are people just trying to survive. And here you come in with your feckin' machine gun and your magical wristwatch and your drone that just does murder for you, being like, well, I'm sure I'm doing the war. I'm the hero, daka 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 daka. Like, the 18 people that you just mowed down, they aren't, like, psychotic cultists or infected aliens. That person used to work in Target. Oh, Krypton. Yeah, you're right. Isaac says they're bad. Anyway, point being, on zombies, there isn't so much of a philosophical question. And so, you can have guilt-free action. But, and this is one of the things I love about it, that Fred mentioned about the futility of it all. For every zombie you kill, there's 100,000. Like, there are billions of humans on the planet. And so, you know, having that one fight with that one horde feels good. But that doesn't win the day. There's always more. And so you get to have this kind of like, you get to empower the person by being a fighter or a shooty gun bangsman or what have you. But with the knowledge that you can never win. So you can keep your characters disempowered even by giving them more and more stuff. But that's something that's very hard to convey from a technical standpoint. World War Z is incredible because of its swarm tech. When you see the horde coming over for the first time in that game, it's like, Hoppy! We're not going to make it out of here. Now, obviously, World War Z and Back 4 Blood and games like that, their focus is action first, rather than the futility of. Sorry, just snugly saying, The Division, or, now that's what I call propaganda. Oh. Between you, me, and the goalposts, friends, an individual I spoke to said that the really, really uncomfortable video intro to the Division 2 was unknown. Was unknown to the people who were writing the game. So they were very confused at the, your neighbor has a gun, you need 2 guns, intro to Division 2. Which, by the way, that narrative never pops up again. Like... Sorry. Oh, Bayonet was adding that something they'd love is where the main character is all, humans are the real monsters, and then it comes out in the end that this cynicism was the true monster. Yeah. There's also a great big difference between observing someone in an end-of-the-world scenario and having the actions to change it. Alright, and Krypton, and we could deconstruct that for a whole day. In fact, I think this is one of the reasons why the zombie genre is one that comes back up. Because, like, in terms of its control scheme and playability, you know what? The Division's fun. I mean, yes, it's all facsimiles of real weapons. So, like, here is a rifle, but here is a purple rifle that is better. Excuse me, do they not use the same caliber bullet? Well, yes, they do. Thank you for asking. Okay, excuse me, second question. How's that one better? This one's purple. Shush now. Sorry, where was I? Ah, yes. The actual experience of playing that game is great. And if you just took the people out and had a walled city of zombies, so a bunch of American agents with superpowered tech get sent into New York City, which has been walled up as the dead have roamed the streets. And they have to find out what happened, what caused it. Like, that would be an incredible game. Now, I think by this point we all know the story about The Division, how it was originally pitched as a, what if DayZ, but without the zombies. It was meant to be a multiplayer survival game, where, you know, it's people fighting over, like, water, food, supplies. And then it got the Ubisoft treatment. Yeah. Sailor with, excuse me, but what really is the blame? Any more questions? Lost Flower says, zombies don't interest me. I mean, that's understandable. Like, I don't like sports games. They are a huge force of massive power on the face of the earth, and I'll never make as much money as FIFA Ultimate Team. And that's okay. I've come to terms with this. Oh yeah, C222. Yes, they did advertise The Division to the DayZ crowd originally. Oh, Stu's like, is this Longship Studios' first game? Longship Studios' first game is currently in pre-production. So, more on that later. Liam, no. Currently, we are shark-free. Also, how are you doing, friend? Einem says, for a while I was kind of zombied out, but I'm more okay with their inclusion again. Well, I think it's because everyone tried to do just one zombie formula of video game and just do it again and again and again, rather than trying to articulate or trying to expand both from a technical standpoint and from a creative standpoint. I mean, shit, that's why The Last of Us blew the doors off, because it wasn't just that same zombie game. And they put like a Naughty Dog caliber narrative over it. Oh, Valentine Wolf, did I say hello when you came in? I hope I did. The Wolf was saying that if Tom Clancy's name wasn't attached to the Division, there would be Virens mutants running around. Yeah. And Liam, you're entirely correct. Like, The Last of Us changed the flow and they did their own thing. And it was... I think what was wonderful about it was very much about, you know, being a dad, found family. It was about, like, refinding your empathy in a world that has become hard and dark. The stories from The Last of Us, it isn't a story about, like, surviving the brutality of the apocalypse. The apocalypse already happened. You know, at the beginning of the game... Okay, at the beginning of the game, stuff happens. I'm not going to say it because if you haven't played it, oh boy. Watching Fiona play the introduction to The Last of Us, it was like, I'm not even watching the screen, I'm just looking at Fiona. But when we join Joel properly at the beginning of The Last of Us, you're in a walled city. This place is safe, but it is being run by a totalitarian operation with the intent to keep everybody safe, but they have taken that so far beyond. And to live in a world with, you know, with oppressive government and limited resources, people have become hard. And Joel's not a nice guy at the beginning. He hurts people. That's what he does. And the journey through The Last of Us is him opening up again, like him becoming essentially this like surrogate dad character. And well, again, I won't go into any specifics for spoilers. The grand finale of The Last of Us, oh my word, it's one of the few times I've been angry in a video game. Not at a video game, but in it. Because the way the story carried me through at the end, like, I've played action games. I played violent action games, and this was one of the first times that I was so mad in world, in story. I did horrible things to people in that last section. I set people on fire. I purposefully used weapons that would hurt. Like, I was seething. But I was seething as Joel, not at the game. God. Well, and C222, that's the point. But, like, oh. I still don't know if we should do a stream of The Last of Us Part 2. I don't know, because I've not played it fully through, and I don't know if that's a thing we should do as a group, or if I should do it and just bring you my brain juice on that one and just bring it on out. So yeah. And this is why I feel like we haven't gotten the perfect zombie game yet. Imagine... Okay, now this is the kind of thing that will make the engineers amongst you wince. So I'm sorry, I'm not doing this to make your brains hurt. But if we remove the technical constraints for a while, if we could have the ability to construct if we could go through the whole cycle of the zombocalypse, like the beginning with the fall and the panic, and then the quiet of the survival after, the forming of groups, the forming of bases, the forming of communities, and weave stories into that. If we could juxtaposition the how fucking scary one zombie is when they're up here to how fucking scary a sea of them are. God, for whether you dislike or love The Walking Dead, in Season 2, a helicopter flies over the city. And the noise of the helicopter causes a few of the zombies to start moving in that direction. And more follow this herd through the... But I guess the herd mentality and the fact that in that universe, sound and scent are the things that they follow as their eyesight's bad. Oh, Paradox Buddha, what ho friend, welcome back. But, so throughout Season 2 of The Walking Dead, our heroes land up at a farm. Farm's run by Herschel. Herschel's a doctor. So it's a little farm. They set up their RV and their tents kind of in the backyard. And there's a lot of a discussion about, the rules. It's Hershel's farm and we don't want to take it, but like Herschel and his family, they haven't seen how bad it is out there. And so there's this back and forth of like, should we take the farm because that way we can keep everybody safe? But that's wrong. We'd be as bad as the worst of them. And larger portion of the season is about discussion. And then the herd comes and fucks everything. Every discussion they had back and forth about the morality of like holding the farm or like whether or not it was right to impose upon them, that doesn't matter for shit. Because due to a completely unrelated accident, this place was not fortified for a herd. For a sea of zombies to just wash over it. Oh, and again, Paradox Buddha, like, as I was saying, I love The Walking Dead because it's like a procedural cop show in that it makes me feel smart and clever because you're always shown all the information that the survivors aren't. So you get to have these moments where you're like, well, I wouldn't go into that dark, spooky corridor that's clearly full of zombies. But the thing is, it's not shot from the character's perspective. It's shot in a kind of a weird space. So we always have more knowledge, so we can feel smart. C222 says, I keep saying you could probably do that a la City of Heroes MMORPG, advanced phases, expansions, updates. You could do. Like, an MMO-sized title, but the seasons are different runs through. That could work. Like, as it progresses. What I would probably do with a title like that, not to be a complete twisted bad word, but what I would do with that is I would have it so that the seasons are denoted by how long the survivors go for, and have the world actively try and squish everybody. I know that's dark and nihilistic, but as a group experience that could be carried over time, that would be good. What I don't know is how I would craft stories in that space that weren't like player generated or player driven. Stu just saying, like, they wouldn't go into a dark space if they couldn't see clearly. And yet, characters doing that. So we as the audience get to feel smart. Oh. Well, so Liam, one of the reasons why I haven't gone through all of The Last of Us 2 is because during lockdown, the idea of seeing the Seattle Convention Center underwater and overrun and desolate was too much for my little heart. Now, I've come back from PAX, I'm like, oh, I really want to play The Last of Us 2 now. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and Ben, don't open Dead Inside. Smart. But does someone, in fact, open that? Valentine Wolf was saying one of their favourite genres of the zombie horror is the space zombie horror. Yeah, nowhere to go. The setting up a clear play space, I think, works very well with zombie works. Now, okay, this really is kind of like narratively like punching down, but the early Resident Evils, it's sometimes so painful to go back and play. You've got Leon running around with his gun being like, okay, I'm going to get out of this city, and then proceed to do very little to get out of the city. Oh no! This chest-high, rickety fence is locked. Guess I've got to go in through this tunnel full of zombies. Leon, mate, you can just... You've got a gun. You've got a grenade launcher. You can go through the building. Do you know what I mean? And I think sometimes... Okay, to bring it back from the joke, our agency in those places often denotes our expectation. If you have a grenade launcher... a rickety wooden shed door's not really going to stop me. Just going to say. So Caffeine says, is it worth it to budget for World War Z on Epic or wait for the Steam release later this month? God, I don't know. I mean, Caffeine, as I'm sure you know, me and Fiona love World War Z. It always makes me laugh that some couples, for date night, they go out to a fancy restaurant. Some couples, they go catch a play. We go to Paris and open fire with rapid repeating weapons. Oh, actually, you know what? Kryptonium. Kryptonium. Krypton, I didn't check to see if the door was made of plutonium and therefore invulnerable to damage. Oh, yes. Fearless. I want games to explore that idea. Oh, God. What's it called? Oh, it's the something predator. It's what humans are. Okay, sorry. So Fearless was saying when they thought the big challenges of zombie horror was one of endurance. Like, you can outrun a zombie, but you have to rest sometime, and they do not. Is it Pursuit Predator, Caffeine? Because it's not necessarily Apex, because Apex is within a food chain. Humans are a very specific type of predator in that outside of like our advancement of technology, is it Endurance Predator? Basically, we walk our prey to extinction, to exhaustion. Extinction. Sorry, dodos. But no, the thing with humans that made them so terrifying to animals is that our persistence and our endurance. That we don't stop, that we keep coming. That was one of our advantages as a species. Okay, so Krypton's saying there's several terms that mean the same thing. Okay. I'd only heard Endurance Predator, so that's my lacking of knowledge. Yeah, C222, I can't run at 40 miles per hour, but I can walk for 30 hours. No, I don't know if I could still walk for 30 hours, but you know what I mean.
Who wants to sing?
You know what? I'm amazed you lot hang out with me because you are all an order of magnitude funnier than I am. M says, never doubt the stubbornness of a species that names some of its people Craig. Yeah, and this dude saying, yeah, ancient humans literally ran their prey to death. Like, hit them with a stick or a stone by surprise, but just out-endure them. And that endurance survival is something that we have some bombastic examples of, but I don't know if we have, like, a really good example of that, like the unstoppable, slow... Because you have things like, you know, Nemesis in Resident Evil, but he shows up, and he's fast, and he's big, and he's scary, and you can't kill him. But he shows up at points plot-wise. There's still some element of, I guess, alien isolation, but then the alien's not slowly always following. The alien treats you like a fecking cat playing with a mouse. It knows there is nothing you can do to harm it, and it's gonna fuck with you. Oh, Draconic Dude, did you like my gun rarity explanation? Oh, are you talking about the cuddly forbidden snack? Prolo's saying, Mr. X from the Resident Evil 2 remake. Yes, he is slow and methodical and unstoppable. And Kestrel, happy birthday. How are you doing? Fred says that while they surely exist, there's a large and vocal group of players that hate that mechanic. And I do understand that. It's V-stressful. I'm usually vehemently against time limit based mechanics, so I understand where they're coming from. Yeah, as Fred was saying, things that follow you do sort of put an eternal timer. So yeah, it's one of those things where, like, I don't think it would be impossible to create the Endurance Predator as an enjoyable, well, I say enjoyable, as a compelling monster in that space. It's something I'd want to do a lot more research on. Oh, and Mayor Albuquerque mentioning Lady Dimitrescu, slow, methodical, and oh so seductive. Yeah, that doesn't feel like a punishment.
Who wants to sing?
Oh, no! Oh, and Kestrel, thank you for the host. Just Pro saying that, you know what she's vehemently against? That one level in Code Vein they spent 5 hours in. Oh, no. I don't think I got that far into Code Vein. Oh, and Kestrel says that they're doing very good. They had Chinese food and ice cream for dinner. Ooh. But yeah, to those of you who just joined us, I was on one of my favourite chat topics, which is the perfect zombie game. We haven't had the perfect zombie game yet, and I still want it. Oh, and the level that Prolo was talking about is the Cathedral. For those who know it, it is the level that spits in the face of good design practice. Oh, yay. Oh, with the zombie xenomorph, space marines, blackjack. Oh, wait, no, wrong time. I will say that when I'm a bit more flush, I'm going to try the new Alien game because it really seems to be capturing the oorah space marine feel of Aliens. Oh, Phyllis says their friend Sam really likes it. Casual says, I thought Plants vs. Zombies was supposed to be the perfect zombie game. It still boggles my mind that they had a first-person shooter. Was it first-person or third-person? I forget. But someone decided, do you know what this title desperately, desperately needs? Action controls and shooting. Oh, it's third-person. Okay. And as Brother says, still a zombie battle royale. I think that could work really well. God. Alright, I'm only saying this out loud because I'm not an engineer and I wouldn't have to make it. But you know what I would love to do? Is use liquid physics tech to do the over-the-top zombies pouring in from the sides. Andulf, feckin' yo! Andulf, not only do I need to say thank you for 200 bits, but the Yaldum is yours, Harper Char. I've been saying Harper Char in real life people places now, and I don't think I can come back. Prolo says, totally doable, especially on modern hardware. Feck yeah. Do you remember Ran Lost Lands? That kind of pseudo-samurai battle royale we played a while back. Wow, that's... that... did not come out. Oh no, okay, so there was a devlog on July. Okay. Okay, so they're alright, they're reworking the PvE element. Alright. Anyway, the point was, the thing about Rand Lost Lands that was so feckin' cool wasn't the combat. The combat was so-so. But the goal isn't to necessarily be the last team alive, but to be on the ship that gets out. As there's this huge, like, magical tsunami closing in. So it's not like a wall of inconceptual gas. It's a feckin' tidal wave coming at you unnecessarily slowly. And the thing is, if it grabs you, you can still try and swim your way out. But now you're underwater and it's bad. Creating that kind of fear with the undead washing over the map. Oh, God, that would be good. Fred, that... Why must you hurt us so? Fred saying, okay, new zombie game. You're playing a gacha game, and you need to buy enough loot boxes for the drop you want. That's it, that's the game. Fred, why are you gonna hurt us like this? Okay, Phyllis, the fact that there isn't a Katamari Damacy Battle Royale is because the industry is full of cowards. Liam's like, no, we got that game. It's called Genshin Impact. Actually, I'm not saying that I'm a big proponent of the gacha method, but Genshin Impact is a cracking game, and the fact that nobody else made it sooner is again testament to an industry full of cowards. Oh, Earl may need emergency services. They are back playing Cookie Clicker. No. I actually just got off a zombie idol title that I was playing. And Fred makes a good point as well. Why isn't there Katamari Damacy, where it's a giant ball made of string being pushed by a cute kitty? Ah, so Fred, here's what you do. The cat's pushing the ball, but you have to entice the cat to go along the path rather than control it directly. And you get different cat toys, which allow for different styles of control. Like the laser pointer will cause the cat to shoot forward to that point with less nuance. The feather, slower but easier to move around. The piece of string for height grabs. Breath of the Waifus! Isn't that just Azur Lane? Ah, Azur Lane. The game that says... what if submarines were underage? Oh. That's actually one of the things that got me into... Arknights, was because I don't feel like I'm going to be added onto a watch list by playing it. Sorry. Wow, I don't know where this snark's coming from. I did play a lot of Azur Lane. Yeah, and again, Earl, I'm so sorry. I can't help you. I've been trying to fight off Cookie Clicker on Steam because the addition of achievements was just a twisted and dark concept. Like, how did they know? I've just added it to my wish list. Lost Flower says, sorry, I played Fake. No, you have nothing to apologise for. Catastros has been playing it for ages and really enjoys like the story beats on it. I bounced off it, but it's one of those, I might give it another shot later on if I find myself in need of another while I'm pooping video game. I always feel the mark of a good mobile game is whether or not you experience a round of your legs going numb when you go for a poo and start playing. Sorry, I just read Dustin's Azur Lane. Underage, underwater, underwhelming. I mean, the thing that kept me going with Azur Lane is the moment-to-moment gameplay is real fun. It's just like, it feels like you're skating across the water playing like a bullet hell shooter. And it feels really engaging. And plus, especially the battleship designs are phenomenal. But, yeah. Once I started getting into having to use submarines more and more, and I'm like, oh, please don't look at my screen, please don't look at my screen. And, okay, I understand a lot of the cultural differences, where those character concepts come from. I don't like them, and they make me uncomfortable. How do we get onto Azur Lane off of zombies? Anyway... to those of you who just rejoined us, I guess what got us on this was, right now, I'm on a weird kicker of watching 80s horror movies and playing Opus Magnum at the same time. What's killing me at the moment, is I'm trying to do the Jet Black Thread puzzle, and I've already done it. I started replaying Opus Magnum so I could relearn the mechanics, and I can't do it, even though I've already done this puzzle. Stooge saying, I mean, the submarines are the youngest part of the Navy. God. That's the thing about the Azur Lane designs, is the quirks of those particular battleships are woven into the aesthetics of the characters. And Earl, I'm not, you know what? You'll discovered tall, hot, muscly ladies with Lady Demetresu, but I was on that train for a long time before. If I could have had all battleships, I would have. Just saying. For you, the day you first saw Lady Demetresu was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. Kessel's like, I see it's going to be one of those streams. Okay, I'll bring it back. Bring it back. I promise my last on this particular topic, but the way I would describe, I have a Spike Spiegel approach to life, which is I love the kind of woman that can kick my ass. Prolo, I thought that you and I could basically be like the tea-stirring old hats at the back. As Lady Demetresu was introduced to the internet, we're there with a cup of tea stirring the back being like, ah yes, we were here all along. Why is that what you followed for? Not for the narrative breakdowns of the zombie genre or how one could potentially deliver an engaging battle royale starring zombies, but for I like tall ladies. No, that was what came in. Okay. Just Strager staring off into the distance and thinking really hard about anime crushes. What that says about her. Okay, Inajuju, sorry, let me say a proper hello. Hello and welcome. How are you doing? Whimsy brought the raid over here, and today we were playing through an indie mech game called Can Android Survive by Zalavir. Well, Zalavir and team, sorry. I shouldn't attribute it to one person. And I love giant robot games. The problem is, I played through this one very quickly. So what we're doing now is just having a talk and a natter. And having gone through some very interesting video game discussions, Azur Lane came up, and then Azur Lane Designs, and, well, we know how that song and dance goes. So yeah, bringing it back. Dustin says, hot take, Little Inferno is the best fire physics in video games. God, it's so good. It's so good. I feel like Little Inferno is all the satisfaction of destroying the castle in the castle smashing video games, or the Angry Birds and then its derivatives, but without having to aim shots, just light a fire. Though I will say, weirdly, special mention to the unsuccessful Alone in the Dark reboot that had incredible fire physics. The controls were painful and it was not a stable game, but what you could do was you could take a chair, break a chair leg off, and then hold the chair leg in the fire, and then hold that, wave it in front of enemies, because you had this like one-to-one, almost like skate-style arm control. And because the main premise of Alone in the Dark was the light mechanics and the fear of enemies being afraid of the light, it worked very well. And then Alan Wake did everything but better. So no one remembers that game. And that's okay. Alright, Strager, have a lovely rest of your evening. Oh, sorry. Which title were you speaking about, Lost Flowers? I apologize, I missed the previous one. Oh, and Stooge, have a lovely rest of your evening as well. Thank you for coming and hanging out. You know, I know I get to see both of you a fair wedge, but it's always appreciated. It's never expected. I do want to jump on Dustin's comment that, speaking of light mechanics, they finally announced Alan Wake Remastered. The worst kept secret in video games for so long. God. Final Fantasy 15? Does that have light mechanics? Wow, sorry, I went into outer space for a second there. Alright, and I'm back. C222 with, oh hey look, all this Alan Wake stuff in Control. Totally not gonna remake it. I hoped. It is interesting that we're gonna be getting a Control sequel, but we're also gonna be getting a Control standalone game where you play as the team of poor bastards sent out to go sort shit. Ooh. Sorry, just Sadler makes a good point about light mechanics in video games. Are we counting Ikaruga and Outland? God. I mean, I feel like we should. I feel that, at least with Ikaruga's style, like the positive to negative charge mechanics added some real feckin' flavor. And, okay, I don't know if this is a bad take or a good take or what have you, but personally, I find Ikaruga to be far more accessible than a lot of, like, the bullet hell standards. Oh yeah, okay, you're right, Salen. Salen's saying polarity feels more precise than light, but that's getting nuanced. And nuanced is where we fecking live! I don't know where that came from. A Warehouse 13 game where you control Rubik sounds interesting. It does. Okay, but I'm sure I've talked all of your ears off about this. I love BPRD. BPRD is both the organization that Hellboy belonged to and a series of comics that takes place after Hellboy disappears. And it's referred to as, you've got, like, BPRD, Plague of Frogs, then Hell on Earth, and then the finale. I love that whole thing because Control felt like the closest to a BPRD game we've had, where it's real people having to deal with the kind of stuff that someone like Hellboy would just be able to punch and be done with. But these people are all having to just think through the problem or get horribly murderated. Also, on the subject of like the zombocalypse and stuff like that, BPRD does these very interesting things where it shows the slow deterioration of like civilization rather than it just being gone. And there's an incredible short story about a guy who works a coffee shop in one of the edge towns on Texas that's keeping back the mutants and the hell beasts. And that's all this person does. They go to work every day, they serve coffee, usually for very exhausted logistics people or like military personnel on their rotations. And the continuation of normality and support is something that I don't think gets covered enough. And, okay, this is me as an idealist now. I have no data to back this up on. But my little heart of hearts, I like to believe that rather than people descending into madness and and Blood Anarchy, I believe that people would work hard to retain or reinstate normality. But I get that's the empath in me, not the realist in me, you know what I mean? Again, I think a good example is also Shadowrun Dragonfall, that has a system of functioning anarchy as the different German city-states kind of self-govern, essentially. You know what? C222, I hadn't thought of it like that. Now I'm sad. Oh, Fred, that's also a good point. Early missions in XCOM do feel that way. Like, you're over your head as you try and scramble. Actually, do you know the other thing about XCOM, especially XCOM 2 and BPRD, aside from the helicarrier, is this idea that, like, people go into the fire, and it's the ones that come out alive tend to carry through. Like, the poor green beans on their first mission always have the highest fatality rate. But those events change you, and you come out a different person. To some extent, especially the level of abilities that XCOM personnel get towards the end, like, they're practically demi-humans by the end. But the amount of people that have died in that process to get them there. God, I think about that a lot. No, Graphite, no! Graphite saying, or you get captured and no one comes to save you. I'm still sorry. Alright? I'm sure Ket's fine. Fred's now pitching experienced XCOM soldiers in-universe playing a tabletop or video game, and they're the ones very loudly complaining about RNG. Yeah, someone's got like a D&D game going on the feckin' helicarrier bar. Oh, but yeah, anyway, the idea of a game in control, well, I should say, in whatever Remedy are going to call their little universe, but you are just playing, like, the squaddies and the operatives. No magic gun, no toaster that makes you fly good. You're just people. I really like the idea of that.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online.
Way!
2 years? Shit, I should get outside more often.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to say anything, Deus, but, like, you know, it's been 2 years. We might have to move your hammock. Dude, how are you doing? Watto and welcome. How is your post-recovery? How you feeling? I hope I wasn't too, we'll just say too Will during our Paxian adventures. Okay, C222, I do like that idea. Mini games inside Control where you just want people like pushing pencils. God. And also the sheer amount of like actual pencil pushing desk individuals required in Control because they can't have any complex computer or technological system. God. Oh, yeah, no. Is it weird that I like the idea of that? Is that... Am I strange? Am I the strange one? Oh, Dustin asking, what are the pencil pushers at the FBC push things towards? The Doom. Oh, whoa, actually... So, Deus, so far, my voice is mad at me because I was talking so hard. I had a thought earlier on today that alongside karaoke, the reason why my voice is so riggedy wrecked son is because I had a mask on the entire weekend. And so aside from a few, like, choice and carefully chosen scenarios, I'm talking through the mask at people. So I probably, like, ragged my voice, but so far, touch wood, I've not shown any cold or flu symptoms, so I'm very happy about that. And we haven't got our appointment to get the no button pushed, but we'll get that soon. I'm on personal pan pizza lockdown. And Deus, do blep at us later when playing some Jambit, because Fiona was suggesting we do some shooty gun bang and some hangouts later today. Because what I might do is bring our conversation to close in about like 10 or 15 minutes. I've got to do long credits, friends. Long credits. And then after that, I mean, I'll get some food and stuff, but what if we hang out and just play some shooty gun bang tonight? I can write emails while we're in varying Jambit queues and whatnot. Oh, Fred saying personal pan pizza lockdown sounds like more of a reward. Oh, yeah, Fearless, I'm so sorry. I saw you said earlier. I'm so sorry, friendo. I'm so sorry. We can't use you to, basically, power carry us through to victory. And Prolo, we've been back on Destiny 2. And you know what? It's been fun. On the one hand, it's difficult because most of the activities are for 3 or 4 people. So we can't do our usual, like, hey, Longship, who wants to play a game all at once? But it's been nice because, like, Fiona was doing some leveling and some questing, and then we were doing some Jambit, and it was fun. Fearless with Guardian goes down. Fearless lifts them up by putting on the belt loop. Look, Fearless, I'm not saying that you would have me, like, basically, like, Gremlin Will with a, with feckin' Sunshot and a gold pistol hanging out the front of a child carrier whilst playing multiplayer, but it, like, I know my skill level. Jambit, what if the X-Men version of Gambit is really into French toast? Ooh. Well, I tell you what, Bear Toast, I'm not talking about being space zombies tonight, but definitely sometime soon. I do want to get you all together for a game of Unfortunate Spachiman. Now they've added the Saboteur, so the monster now has a human counterpart, a human compadrian, a human helpy helper who helps them take down from within. And I think that might be the secret sauce that Unfortunate Spachiman needs. Deus says Jambit's just Will doing his stand-up to his toast. Okay! Alright, everybody, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for welcome to Jambit. Oh, boy. I just flew in here from the tower, and boy, are my arms tired. Okay, is this thing on? Okay, hi. I see a lot of you come over here from the Vex. What's in the milk? What's in the I'm trying to do a bit here. What's in the milk? No, it's a call and response. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, this usually kills.
Are we all here for some light joke?
That was actually good. Oh. I'm just gonna boo from the Bear Toast. Oh, sorry, Pun Spectre, thank you for the 200, friends. Light joke. The end of Death Note. Hey-oh! Oh, Bus Driver, the mech game was really lovely. I blitzed through it a little too quickly. I didn't read aloud as much of the in-game message logs as I should have. And it wasn't really until we got towards the end I realized that it was batting for 1,000. So I think I blitzed through it too quickly. But I can do this. Yeah, so you can check it out. It is going to be released on Steam at some point. So if you want to wait until then, I understand. But feckin' we. Sorry, I realised I said feckin' we, feckin' we, feckin' we. I was both mentally and physically drifting away. No, game good. I do recommend it. I mean, it's a title that Zalavir worked on. Like, who's feckin' surprised it's a good one? Right. Oh no, and Bus Driver, they absolutely deserve more than 30% cut. But that's another story. Okay, so let's talk about the rest of the week before I bring our adventures to a close. Right, so tomorrow, my goal, touch wood, is to be back onto regular time. We're going to be playing The Forgotten City, and you can't know how excited I am about that game. I'm having feckin' dreams about it. I was annoying people at PAX. And if it wasn't for the no touchy rule, I wanted to grab and shake them and be like, I want to play more! Oh, and Quasi, what, oh friend? So we're going to be doing that tomorrow. And then we can decide whether or not we're going to be doing it on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Oh, yeah, Fred. Which city was it again? Does anyone remember which city we were going to? It's Blackpool! And I've gone to Blackpool. It's a silly place. It's a dead place. Thatcher killed it. Sorry. The misplaced village. Welcome to the Viking Blonde double feature, The Forgotten City and Remember Me. Quasi says, I'm a person in my mid-30s who got braces today. Well, good luck. It is worth it. But the discomfort that you shall suffer throughout. We know it well. Cheers to you. Beware fruit. The snapper of brace wires. What was I going to say? Oh yes, so for the rest of the week. Blackout Club is back on Friday. If you didn't see it, the Measured Cuts actually spoke, like voice spoke to Kyle and Ems while we were away, in the space between, like feckin' yo. Now, I don't think that we'll get, excuse me, another voice interaction, but I want to hear all about it from Kyle and Ems, so feckin' we. And then Saturday, because I don't think I'm going to be getting sick, is Memory Equals Null, the continuation. Dustin, there is a highlight of it. You may have to ask Ems and Kyle in the Videodrome. Excuse me. Okay, friends, I think I've... Oh, I think my voice has done its full run. Okay, so friendos, keep an eye on the Discord. We may be doing some Destiny 2 later on there, which usually means one team doing strikes and one team doing the Jambit, as I do love the Jambit. Yeah, so I hope to see you on later. All right. All right. Let me roll credits, and then I will find... Oh, God. Did you hear that? Wibbly wavering, and then... Oh, and then, of course, we have too many cool people to hang out with. All right. I'll give you a choice based on the game. Because I talk to a lot of people online about how they pick who to raid into. And honestly, at this point... I don't mind putting the opus on your lovely selves, because that way it's like, you chose the content, not knowing who the person was. That way, I'm not playing favorites. I don't feel like I'm being a joke. Anyway, Habcha. Today there was a 0 to level 5 train that happened at the very beginning. It was bombastic, and the sheer number of gifted subs today is going to be impressive. So, forgive me, I'm probably going to biff this one. So first up, Prolo and Nom Nom, thank you kindly for the cash monies. Like, it goes to food. We are very grateful. To Westfrost, Pun Spectre, Bacon Avenger, El Ravenger, Fearless Sun, Favor 6, Androff, Down Under Dwarf, Crux, Sapiens, Wolfcrad, Vanderbeast, Bowcat, Devaclost, Captain Steph Barnes, Anonymous, Jira, Stammering Gamer, and Professor Nels. All of you, thank you. Like, bits are the biggest thing that keep us going, so thank you so much. To Caffeine, Lizzie T. Pound, Rhymes and Moose, thank you kindly for being the most wonderful moderation team I could ask for. And Inner Juju and the Alchemist Joker. I know Alchemist or Inner Juju, thank you so much for following, and I hope we get to hang out more. But here's the list of Sky Aegis, Westfrost, Toxic Bubble Boy, Oompa Loompa, Kalen, Fierce Captain, Isaac Plylet, The Cheesy Pizza, John Goodmansitz, Mukak, Jam, Trax, Saids, Katie, Catty, Plays the Gaming, Charlotte, Mr. Kong, Lily Hooves, Jaiki Ruku, Shape Up, Winter Coding, Cousin Roberts, Miles of Smiles, Caden Carnage, Love Me, Feed Me, Never Leave Me, Cookie Noodle Sam Card, JJ, Horrorflix, Free Phoenix, Actnet Code, Instrumental Demon, Strict Cat, Mr. Context, Zero Max, Me Athenia, Max Athenia, Coltsmore, Al Anariz, Daddy SC, Space Cow Kitty, The Sandwich Kitsune, The Art Man Cometh, Not So Sturdy Kiwi, Not That Ostrich, Austin Spafford, Paxeb, Mr. Draw, Seraphim, Caleb, Il Matradi, Toxic Gaming, Lone Wolf, Cobb, Mr. Hoffman, Sumsy, Dividiled, Sapiens, The Steel Fox, Norman Renus' Baby Fetus, Century, Midi-Eye, Joko, Jelly Buns, Marzi, Keith K's, Beef Nugget Stew, Healthfall, Little Doctor Games, Acid Zor, Sombox, The Gremlin Sorrow, Marlin Spike, Smurgy, Samurai Gun 2, Bird Stink, Quetzal Tacom, Sophia, Chipwin, Draxu, Shotgun Taria, Shogun Taria, Breamy, Tanzajar, Egno, Fangle Spangle, Alchemist Joker, Jonathan Pope, Wyvern Flames, Whimsy Shrimp, and Deus JZ, yes! Also, thank you so much to Kestrel North, Captain Stephanie Barnes, and Fiona for the hosts, and Whimsy Shrimp for bringing in a stonking raid and trusting me with your audience. Happy birthday again to Kestrel. You feckin' legend. Right. Decisions. Oh. Alright, bear with me just a second. I want to make sure these peeps are actually live. I'm going to wait for a gajillion adverts to finish. Yes, I'm already going to buy Deathloop. Well, actually, no, I'm probably on a press list for Deathloop, but I'm already in for Deathloop. You don't need to advertise. Wait, no. Where's me down? Oh, that is there. Okay. I know, so exciting. Okie dokie. Alright, so I've got 3 choices for you, friends, as to where we go next. And your choices are Knockout City, Oxygen, not included, or Fallout New Vegas. Those are your 3 choices. Yes. Knockout, no Oxygen, Fallout. Okay, Quasi and Bear Toast have said Oxygen. Okay, I can do this. Oh, my dyslexic ass read it fine. Kestrel also wants Oxygen. Alright, done and done. Okay, so we're going over to one live action pixel. which is probably not a name that you recognize. However, it is an excellent fellow Brit and one of the team behind Sneaky Zebra, the progenitus of the good convention cosplay video. Yeah, Live Action Pixel's been a really good friend to me for a long time. And one of the people that, when I was no longer a games industry numpty that could get them free games and stuff, they continued to be fecking lovely to me. As not everyone did. Alright, friends. I want to say once more, though, thank you for the monstrous amount of stuff that came in today. Like, we managed to tank the hard part of the year, and even with packs and everything, like, we might make it. We might make it. So, it's only thanks to you lot, alright? Alright. Oh, you know what I mean. Lovely buggers. Alright, alright. Have yourselves a lovely, lovely rest of your day. I shall see you all at regular times tomorrow for The Forgotten City. And yeah, Memnon on Saturday. Right, alright, I'm completely going off into space, so I will go put food in my gob before we play The Jambits. If I don't see you later, have a great night. See you tomorrow, friends. I am shite at ending shows. No, not Sneak!